Gotta love StreamYard. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, and this, of course, is the Resort Recon Live podcast. This is my in-studio show where we talk about theme parks, coast to coast, what's going on, what is it that you need to know, and of course, answering your questions that you may have because all of my call them theme park nerds because that's what we are. Or on my panel today, we will try our best, of course, to answer your questions. Going to be a very packed show today. We're going to be starting off Disneyland's 70th anniversary. How cool is that? So we're going to be talking about 70th anniversary, and I'm so glad one of my fellow theme park nerds who's an expert in the West Coast theme parks, especially Disneyland, is on the panel. We're going to be talking about the updates for Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando. Yes, more updates this time. My favorite, the scare zones. So much that's coming for that. That's been announced, especially one particular scare zone, which I'm very excited to experience when they put it up there. It's gonna be awesome. And of course, information about the new parade that they've got, the new nighttime parade that they have over at can't believe I said that. Wrong thing. Over at Walt Disney World in the Magic Kingdom, this Disney Starlight Evening Parade. And if it looks familiar to you, it is. Japan had it first, but now we've got it here in Orlando, and we've got some footage to show you of the parade. So come on in between YouTube and X. Roll on in. Let me bring in my piano. We have got Erica from Hangin' with Erica and Ralph. We have got Theme Park Casual in the chat. We've got Tom F. And we have got Dad Man Walking. How are you all doing?
Doing good.
Very nice. Thanks for asking me on today. Appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem. Not a
with
problem.
these all-stars here yourself, and we got TPC today,
I know. I love having him on the channel. I'm so proud of how his channel's just like exploded and everything. He gets to do so much cool stuff. So I'm so glad to have him on. And of course, got Dad Man, and of course got Tom F, one of my wrenches with the actual blue wrench.
Good thing.
Do you take that to the theme parks with you, Tom?
They didn't like it.
No?
Universal thought it was funny, but said bring it back to the car.
Yeah, Universal, they're just like, we do not trust any of you. You're all going through the metal detector.
They were like, what is that for? I'm like, a moderator. They're like, where? On YouTube. Well, why do you have it? Never mind. It was going to be a gag running in the park, holding it up at different places.
Well,
so I'm going to 3D print one instead.
3D print one? I say you do. Erica needs a pink one, so yeah.
I'm working on that.
Yeah, get her pink wrench.
Danny, would you like a sparkle one so we can give it to Bob?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Now he's going to appear.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's going to have to be a new member emoji. Blue wrench, pink wrench, sparkle wrench. Okay.
Magical unicorn wrench. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like that one. No, but it's got to be a Doomacorn wrench, though.
Okay, Doomacorn. We'll make it for Snorter.
I don't know how to make that for you, Dad, man. I really don't know how to 3D print a Doomacorn wrench.
You will figure it out. You're a smart guy. You'll figure it. Do it for Snortopoopas of all people. He just loves the unicorns.
Just picture, Swiftwind from She-Ra, but the voice sounds like Peter Cullen, aka Optimus Prime. That's the vibe we're going for with that. But yeah, folks, most of us on this panel, either we live near Disneyland or Disney World, or we've lived in the area formerly, but basically we regularly have boots in the ground, so to speak, when we go to these parks. But I see you guys starting to float in. So hello, hello, hello. Let's see who we have got in the chat here. Of course, Tom is here as well. Hey, all, welcome into the Resort Recon Live. Please hit that like button on the way in and share the stream out. Well, thank you so, so, so much. I appreciate that. Appreciate the heck out of that. Let's see who else we have got in the chat. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I just lost my screen. I hate it when I do that. I'm like, where'd it go? Okay. Everest Carmageddon. Hello, my dear. Starlight Parade is only 13 minutes long. Basically almost a cavalcade. Tokyo Disney Dreamlight is 22 minutes long. Really? That's kind of disappointing. I'll definitely find out. Have you guys heard about the runtime?
I heard somebody comment on X that they think it was due to the lightning in the area that they kind of rushed the parade. So they kind of had things moving a little bit quicker than they normally would. In fact, I was kind of like, wow, that parade was over quick. But it could be that there was the weather had played a part in that.
And we know they've done that before historically with all the other parades. They had the normal pace, and then you had the let's get through because of the weather paces. So
Right.
It's believable because we had bad weather all up in the state yesterday.
And again, we have to remember this was the initial performance, so timing could be.
Oh no.
I'll diverse a little bit, but yeah, I think I get what Theme Park Casual was going to say. That timing is an issue because I know with the Mega Movie Parade at Universal when that first started, some of them they didn't run some of the floats to compress the runtime, and once, and I think it was during my stream, the parade started 10 minutes earlier than it normally did, and that was because of the weather that was rolling in. So I guess rather than take floats out or whatever, they just said, hey, we'll just start early, because over at Universal Orlando right now it's not as crowded as it normally would be because most folks are over at Epic. So yeah, I'm not surprised because lightning here in Florida is nothing to mess with. It is really it's really dangerous. So I'll know for sure when I see it on Sunday, and I know a couple of other folks in our circle are going to see it during the week. So I would say by the end of this week, well, next week, we should have a good idea of exactly how long the parade will normally run. Let's see. We've got Kimberly Ann Hart in here as well. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. We've got Snortapoopus in here as well, who says, hello, who mods it? Other critters. Well, hello, good to see you. Our polar bear from Pinellas County. And let's see, we have got B. Winters in here. I love the avatar. I love the avatar. I love Orange Bird. And I actually have an Orange Bird shoulder plush that I think Professor X took off with her. Something it used to be on my studio, now it's gone. How is everyone doing? How is everyone today, aside from roasting here in Florida? Doing pretty good. And speaking of roasting, that's why I started this show, because it was so hot during the day. And I used to do my theme park streams on like Saturday morning. But in the summer, it's just anything past like 10, 11 o'clock, it's like, forget it. You're just frying on the sidewalk. So that's how we got it here. So praying that the AC stays on. This is usually when extra prayers for July and August.
Maybe running 24/7 if you don't get the break with the rain.
Yep.
This is when I really go outside and talk really nice to my AC unit, offer it shade, clean it, ask if I could do anything to make sure it's comfortable, to keep my wife comfortable and me comfortable,
I have
offer
seen
sacrifices of cardboard to do whatever,
I've seen people light money house blessing candles. I've been in church where it's just like, okay, let's pray extra for air conditioning units. We take that seriously down here. Trust me. I have no idea how my ancestors did it, but man, Florida without AC,
How did we even
Nah.
go to school in the 70s? That's what gets me. And we had to wear long pants when I went to
Mhm.
school. We didn't get to wear shorts and stuff.
I always wear long pants. What's the problem?
I can't. I get anyway. Because I got to show off my legs. That's why I like shorts. So.
The thing is, you do get used to it. You do
I'm
get
actually
used to
cooler
the
with
weather. Things are things are different. For Floridians, we are not outside between 12 noon and 5 p.m.
Mhm.
for a good reason
Mhm.
because it's so hot. And
As
things
you
are
get older, it
different.
gets harder too, for sure.
Yes. There's Steve Park Casual here. And Dad Man is here, of course. Let's see who else we've got here in the chat. Let's see. So many people. Goof R35. Good to see you here, my dear. Good to see you. It says, hey there. And Rabbits and Reels. Hello. Why, of all IPs for Starlight, would they choose Wish? Lorena, what would you choose to be a part of Starlight instead of Wish? Wow. I like the classics, so we'll call them 90s classics. Like I always love Agrabah, so I would love to see a float from Agrabah. I'd love to see one dedicated to Mary Poppins. When they're in the picture and
Mhm.
with all the penguins and
Wild Holiday.
and the carrots. Yes. Yes, and they have
Yeah.
to sing. They have to do Step in Time. They have to do that. That's
Yeah.
required. They have to do that. But for like something, I don't know, something more modern. I really try to not go towards Pixar because the Pixar kind of got like folded in. But Wish, I don't know why, because that movie was not all that great. And according to what Camera Girl told me, a lot of people are annoyed, really upset they didn't go with the Star Boy concept for that particular movie. So they basically sapped all the romance out of that. So yeah, although I hear the Moana one looks pretty good from the clips that I've seen, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe the Wish one will. I have no idea. People make these decisions at a way higher pay grade
Well, we also
than
have to. You got to remember that these things are in development for years by the time we see them. So
mhm.
this was probably developed when Wish was debuting, and therefore it was got to use the new movie, and it was Disney's 100th
Yes,
animated feature, so it kind of has a little bit of significance with that as well.
and that lead time, just like Casual was saying, that lead time between when the parade is going to debut and when you have to get all that stuff together for the floats. Let's see who else we got. Kels, hello, hello, hello. Says I'm here, guys, but picking up groceries. Well, stay cool. Stay cool. This time of year, people like to hang out in Publix. As a
I
matter
need
of
some half.
fact, hmm?
I need some half and half. Pick that up, please.
It's half and half.
After
I
coffee.
need some coffee. Yeah, I ran out of coffee, so I need coffee. This time of year, you kind of want to do like that episode of Married with Children where Al and the whole family camped out in the supermarket because their AC wasn't working. Yeah, it's that kind of day. And there's Erica. Says hi, chat. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? I see you guys starting to filter on in slowly but surely. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's kick things off by going straight to Disneyland. Now it's Disneyland's 70th, and this really interests me because I have never heard this before. So apparently, Walt's opening day speech played over Disneyland's speakers. So I'm going to play this, and then I'll let Theme Park Casual take the lead on it.
Welcome to this happy place. Well, Disneyland is your land. Here age relive fond memories of the past. And here you consider the challenge and promise of the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration for all the world.
That's really cool hearing Walt's voice, because for me, every time I would see press information for like when Disney World was announced and the commercials for that, they would always go back and play Walt's introduction to Disneyland. So I always love hearing that. So Casual, since you are very, very local to Disneyland, what are you looking for the 70th, and kind of like what goes through your mind when you hear Walt's speech being played?
It's always nice to hear Walt's voice, echoing through Disneyland. I think there was one year where they didn't play it on the anniversary. There was, I don't know, supposedly a glitch or something. I don't know, it was something weird, but it was a little bit of a controversy. I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. But it's a tradition that they do. They always play the opening intro speech, the welcome.
Mhm.
As far as the 70th, it's kind of weird because how Disney does their anniversaries, they stretch them out. There's Disneyland's 70th anniversary is this one singular day, obviously, but they stretch it out into a near 18-month celebration. So technically, a lot of the 70th anniversary festivities started back in May. So that's when they debuted
Huh.
Paint the Night. That's when they brought back Wondrous Journeys. That's when World of Color Happiness debuted. The Tapestry of Happiness on It's a Small World facade debuted. So they had a lot of stuff already going. So it kind of lets the actual date of the anniversary kind of fall flat for a lot of people. And I get why they have to do that, because the summer season starts before July 17th.
Mhm.
So you don't want to have a bunch of people who have their summer vacations planned for the early part of the summer miss out on some of those things. But at the same time, you get the diehard fans looking at the 70th anniversary and saying, wow, that's it? Because it feels like there wasn't a lot done that day. But that's kind of the typical MO of Disney, because they have to start the celebration before the actual date. This year, it's actually kind of funny because the Walt animatronic was the big draw for the day. And
Ooh,
they had to
yeah.
actually open it up with virtual queue so that they could, kind of manage the crowds and everything, manage expectations. And that was also supposed to debut back in May. So had it debuted back in May, there would have been almost nothing to debut on the actual birthday.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think there was the Walt animatronic, and then the adding the new verse to It's a Small World were the only new items for the 70th anniversary. Everything else had already debuted a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, for some of us diehards, the locals, the ones that are there all the time, it tends to let the actual birthday kind of fall flat. But you got to take it into you got to look at it from the marketing perspective and all of that to kind of understand why they have to do things the way they do.
Yeah, and it's like when I didn't live local to Walt Disney World like I do now, because like for the 50th, I was really hyped about the 50th, because I'm just like, this is gonna be great. Tron's gonna be open. All this stuff is gonna go on to like celebrate the 50th, and it's like, and I by the time I moved here, and I'm just like, okay, well, where is everything? When it's like these little tiny things that they do. And yeah, it's like, I get it, because they're trying to, spread things out. But like you were saying, Casual, for a diehard, it's kind of disappointing. And especially for those of us who are like diehard Disney fans, like Disneyland is Graceland, for lack of uh, a better term. So it's like, okay, so Small World, add you add that verse at the end, and isn't it like, instead of it all being in English, it's like in different languages? I mean, that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, It's a Small World has always been with the different countries singing in their
Yeah.
own native language. With the Celebration Room, I believe that's the only place that they've added the verse.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I believe that room has always been English only.
Okay.
So, at least at Disneyland, I don't know if Disney World does things slightly different. So,
No, Disney World, it's still at the end it's in English, but all the farewell greetings are
right.
all in different languages, which is really cool because it's like
Yeah,
all
you know what? I don't even think we have the
stuff like
farewell
that.
greetings anymore, like the farewells. I think we have like postcards that say, having a great time. The
Oh,
weather's wonderful. So,
well,
because I
which
remember we used to have it'd say, arrivederci, sayonara, all the
Mhm,
different
yeah,
ones. And I think they got rid of that here at Disneyland. Now they're just postcards.
yeah,
Cheers.
yeah, because that was cool, like to
Hmm.
to see like all the farewell greetings in the different languages. I really did like that. Oh well, I heard about this. I I just I can't. First of all, and I haven't had a chance to ask Casual because we've talked about it while I've been in the parks or whatever. But what is your impression when you first see this animatronic that's supposed to be of Walt Disney?
Yeah, the initial photos and the little clip that Disney released, it was one of those things where it's like, don't do that, Disney. You're not helping yourself by releasing something that is just going to catch so much flack. And thankfully, after a lot of people have seen it, people that I trust,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's nowhere near as bad as we thought it was going to be. The main thing everybody is still saying is that the face sculpt is off, and that's something that could possibly be adjusted in time.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard that the pre-show area is wonderful to walk through.
Uh
That
huh.
the little pre-show movie that they have is a perfect setup for the show. The show is nice enough that it's lacking a little bit of punch. That there's certain clips and things that they've taken from Walt's speeches that they could have given it a little bit more oomph and a little more tug at the heartstrings. But overall, it's a good show. That's what I've heard from, like I said, from people that I trust. Even Eddie Sato, former Imagineer, that
Yeah, I
was
heard
his
about
biggest
that.
thing. His biggest thing was just that they need to just adjust the face, and pretty much they'll have a solid show.
Well, at least it sounds like they did like Sonic. You remember when Sonic was pitched the first time, everybody cringed at the original version of Sonic. And it was one case where they listened to the people, went back, and we know what Sonic's become just by
Right.
listening to the fans. And it sounds like here they did listen to the initial reaction, which is a good thing. And they can fine tune it from there, though.
Right, and that's probably what's going to happen again. It's one of those things where they come out of the gate. Obviously, it was delayed for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
and then they had to get it out on July 17th. If they would have postponed it again, it really would have been egg on their face, for not being prepared even with an extra 2 months. So it's still going to get fine tuned from here on out. I have not gotten to see it yet because I'm on vacation. But I will be back in the parks on Wednesday evening, and that is going to be among the first things that we go check out.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm looking forward to that because I'm not in Disneyland, so definitely, I trust your judgment, of course. Going Shogi says the show was kind of boring. I kept getting distracted. Well, let's read this article right here from our friends over at That Park Place by Marvin Montanaro. Walt Disney audio animatronic figure breaks down during Disneyland debut as robotic company founder glitches. On July 17th, 2025, exactly 70 years after the chaotic opening of Disneyland, the Walt Disney Company's latest tribute to its founder faced its own series of mishaps. The controversial new show, Walt Disney: A Magical Life, features a cutting-edge audio animatronic figure of Walt Disney himself, experienced multiple technical failures on its debut day. Video circulating online captured the animatronic malfunctioning mid-performance, leading to abrupt show interruptions and audience groans. The incident not only echoed the park's infamous Black Sunday opening in 1955, but also reignited the debates over the project's ethics, particularly in light of vocal opposition from Walt's own families. Well, that aside, because that's like a different issue to talk about. But I would think, and this is just me, if I'm responsible for a project like this and it wasn't a soft opening, like a technical rehearsal where people go in understanding, look, we're just testing it out. Things may not work exactly how they should, but you bring this out on the first day and it does this, it's not a good look. So I'm hoping, like some folks have been saying, that it's been getting better, that they've worked on the face sculpt. But I agree, it's not a good. You usually want to put your best foot forward. I think people would be, this is just me, more willing to forgive a glitch in the animatronic than looking at this and saying, "Oh my God, that's not Walt Disney." That's not Walt Disney. Just from what we see, it's like getting the, again, this is just me, getting the right things right. So you have a little bit of forgiveness in there in case things go wrong. But it's sad. It's sad to hear. It's sad to hear that. Let's see.
It's one of those things where, like you were saying, if they got the right things right, then the technical difficulties would be like, oh, it's understandable. But when you compound it with, hey, this doesn't look like Walt, some of the stuff is a little bit off, the show doesn't have the punch, and then technical difficulties, it's kind of like it just piles on rather than becomes that, the little glitch, we can forgive it. And yeah, it just, and the internet just will take something like that and run. So
yeah, and it's like I don't even blame them for doing that, because when you're anything that has a visual component, especially if we're talking user experience and visuals, even a computer mapping this would be able to tell the difference between what Walt Disney's face would look like, saying different things based on historical, film and video, well, mainly film, and an animatronic robot that's trying to do the same thing. There's like a certain amount of tolerance that they should be able to forget it. Maybe I'm doing you guys' job for you, so you need to hire me. If it's like a kid looking at that and saying that's not so and so,
right,
because in their brain they can tell between it's kind of like that, and I'll let it go, and then there's just like, no, it's it's not like that. And yes, Mr. Milquetoast, what I don't get is that the technology to do a good job exists, yet this is what we got. And I think this is the difference between the way Imagineering used to be and the Imagineering that we have now, especially if you've grown up in, the golden era of the theme parks, where it was very rare to have a malfunction. And like case in point, Abraham Lincoln looks like Abraham Lincoln. And I'll say this too. The new animatronic of Trump in Hall of Presidents actually looks like Trump in the Hall of Presidents
now.
Yeah, I mean, he looks so good, and his mannerisms are down. I swear, all you need to do is play YMCA. I thought he was going to start doing that. It's that good, which makes me wonder why they soft launched that and announced that, but the thing that all the eyes are on.
Yeah, they did have some cast member in Club 33 previews, so they did get to run the show a few times. I don't know exactly how many previews it was, but I know the previews had started earlier the week
Mhm.
before. So, or actually earlier this week. So I think it was Monday was the first cast member
Monday.
previews.
Okay. Okay. And I know I keep saying this, but it does kind of irritate me. I would think that even for like especially your cast members, the people who provide the magic, like that first line of magic, that you would have the magic in place when the cast members say it. That's just me. It's kind of like with Tiana's Bayou Adventure. It's just like your cast members should not be your alpha testers. It's just they do enough, they work enough that they should be able to experience it, without out a whole lot of malfunction, not,
I
some
think they probably get a kick out of seeing all the things go wrong. They're probably
probably.
there waiting for Walt to smash a desk or something like that.
and that's that's just me, like me with like my project manager hat on. It's just like, look, these are the people who, they're the first face that people see, first face of Disney. If something's gonna break down, let it do something epic, like falling in the water or something like that, but not the, hey, none of this works, this animatronic doesn't work. Is she supposed to be saying something, or is not supposed to say something? That kind of thing. U435 says it's not like Disney does not have access to how Walt looked. This should be easy for them, not like the Hillary Trump animatronic. Yeah, if you want a comparison about how the animatronics are, look at the animatronics that Shanghai Disneyland gets, Hong Kong Disneyland gets, Tokyo Disneyland gets. It makes you kind of really mad.
Yeah, well, the thing that gets me is I never would have thought that the look was what was going to be the issue. I thought it was just going to be that, it feels creepy watching him. It doesn't quite nail his mannerisms. And, I thought it was just going to be the technology of the robotics themselves that was going to be a problem. And I've heard that that's not an issue. I mean, you obviously know it's an animatronic, but I thought the face was going to be, almost impossible to not get right. But that's the biggest issue. So hopefully they can, correct it and get the face to look like Walt. I mean, I know when it comes to, the stage lighting and things like that, so there's going to be certain things that have to be exaggerated a little bit for an audience. Even with regular, stage plays and things, there's, eyebrows are a little bit bushier than they should be, same thing with, mustache and hair. Things are done a little bit exaggerated because you need people be able to notice things from a distance. So that's why I'm hoping that, when you're there, it's believable. And, from what I've heard, there's certain little flashes where you're just like, oh, wow, that did look just like Walt, but it should be more than just a quick, fleeting glance that it looked like Walt.
Yeah.
It should be, you should feel like he's in the room.
Exactly.
Well, I'm just looked it up to take a look. It's worse close up. Maybe from a distance it's not so bad, but if you get a close up, it's where you can really tell the differences between the real Walt and what this is. And at least I know at least close enough for government work, but this one, it's a different enough it can bother somebody.
I'll tell you, if I was on this project, no, I would have been down with a veto at every check.
Right.
That does not look like him. That does not look like him. Do not come and call me when guests are just like, that does not look like what I'm going to say. What did I tell you? It's not. It's not him. I'm that kind of. There's a.
And he's the man himself. He's the man himself. He's the founding. He is Disney. He should be perfect. He should
exactly
get right. I mean, you can cut corner on anything, but not the man himself. And those little differences matter because this company, like you said, in the golden age, Lorena, everything was perfection. The parks were pristine. Nothing broke down. Everything's, and then you settle. It's like they settle. You settle for Uncle Joe Disney instead of Walt himself with that. Small things matter.
And I really, I hope this gets better looking. So I can't wait for Theme Park Castle to go and see it and report back and let us know, because it's really upsetting in a way, because it's not just some random person. It's Walt Disney, and especially for those generations of park goers who well, I wasn't alive when Walt Disney was alive, but there was enough film out there where you see who he was. So you already know, oh yeah, he's not around, but that's what Walt Disney, looks like, even down to his mannerisms, because someone else was saying that even his mannerisms weren't like that. Walt was a smoker, okay? So that's how he kind of held his hands while he was talking, and that's like I want to say like a 50s 60s thing. That's so when that's so much a part of his character, so much a part of his character, that if you've ever seen, was it in Iron Man 2? Because I swear they did this on purpose. Howard Stark, if you look at that portion of the film with Howard Stark, it looks like he's in front of something that looked like when Walt Disney was in front of the big Epcot thing. But instead, Howard Stark I forget what else was behind him, but his mannerisms were so much like Walt Disney that we were like, did they do that on purpose to make Howard Stark seem like Walt Disney? And it was so much that was kind of like, yeah, okay, we kind of like that. But yeah, you guys need to get that right. Uncle Walt sweated the small stuff. The company does not. I have to get this. I have the book. I don't know why I bought the coffee table book. Well, I know why I bought it, because it was Imagineering. It was this thick, and the cover was iridescent, and it had a foreword written by John Lasseter. But that whole book is nothing. It's everything about Imagineering and everything that people do when you're an Imagineer, what it takes to be an Imagineer, and it's like it's part engineering and part art, and these different ways of combining things together to provide magic. It is something. It's something else. It's the best book I've never read cover to cover, because I keep flipping out of all the pieces of, like, they actually have like art pieces from, I guess, reproduced from certain attractions, and how they did it with like sketches and stuff like that. I get stuck on that kind of that kind of thing, where I don't read the book all the way, because I'm just like, look at the, and it's huge. I wish Disney still sold those books, because there's so much history of the Walt Disney parks, or just Walt Disney Company in general. I have one, Walt Disney in World War II. I have that book that I bought.
Oh, that
That
would be
was
awesome.
that was there. I may have to have like just like a reading watch party of these books. I mean, they I really wish they still sold those. We've got so many people coming in here. Tells, we got Biggie Plays. I see Lugnuts in here. Bonzo Kilborn is here. Well, Lugnuts, we used to joke that, and it wasn't. Well, we thought it was a joke at the time. Then it really turned out to not be funny. That the Joe Biden animatronic in the Hall of Presidents was more coherent than the one in office.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. It got to the point where it was just really sad. We're just like, wow, it's a really bad joke. Hey, Nita says, hey, all. Good seeing you, my dear. I did get your message. I'm sorry. I was just like swamped last night. I'm so sorry. I got to get back to you. There's a great science fiction called Waking Walt. It's how Walt would react if they thought about in the early 2000s and saw what his namesake became. I heard about that. I did hear about that. Let's see. How much outsourcing goes on these days at the company as it concerns Imagineering? Um,
Mm,
I'll
that's a
tell
good
you from the
question.
IT perspective, there's a lot of outsourcing, and That's part of the reason why Disney IT is the joke in the IT world. People I work with, when they would go to on vacation to Disney, they come back with these IT horror stories. It's like, man, I had to keep reminding myself, I'm not at work. I'm not working. I'm on vacation. So there's so many things, from the architecture to how things are designed, that you had a lot of people just get a lot of money for contracts and piss poor project. But as for Imagineering, I don't think it's the creatives for Imagineering, but I would say probably downstream the contractors fulfilling stuff. Kind of like how with Rise of the Resistance, they installed the track upside down, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, things like that. But that is
Wait,
a very good question.
they installed tracks upside down.
Yes, yes, like
Why?
it's trackless, but the track is underneath the surface, from what I understand.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
the
okay.
magnetic, I think
Sorry.
the conductor part has to be on top. So there's a ride vehicle that it looks trackless while it's there, kind of like it looks trackless, but the actual track is buried under. And I think I think it's like a magnetic conductor. Either way, the two sides that need to meet in order for the thing to work, they installed it upside down, so the two sides wouldn't meet to work.
Well,
It's kind of like that.
one
When
is
you have two
And
magnets and you try to put them together, and you can feel how they're pushing against each other, but you don't get that effect when the magnet isn't
yeah.
facing the right way. So yeah, stuff like that.
Bless their heart.
I know with Guardians of the Galaxy, it was a collab between Disney Imagineering and I forgot who was it, Vekoma?
Vancouver?
That
Yeah, I think it was
I
the call.
forgot. But it was a collab between the two, and I don't know why. I want to say there was a third coaster company in there. It wasn't just. I want to say there was three at play: Imagineering and two coaster companies coming together to create the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
But
Guardians
in
is
terms of animatronics, I have no clue. That's a good question.
Yeah,
Because
that is
once
a
upon a
want-
time in Walt's era, it was Imagineering. They were the ones that did all the robotics.
Yeah, I
Who
want to say
knows
that
now?
Imagineering handles like the important ones, like the Walt animatronic, the Tiana. I believe they are the ones that handle those smaller, less important, less intricate, I guess. Those are outsourced. And I know Garner Holt does a lot for a lot of theme parks. So some of the animatronics are shopped out.
I know it's kind of like not the same thing, but it is like an Epic Universe with Universal Creative. Like they used for the night lights, the little dragons that are like the kids of Toothless and the Light Fury, the night lights. That's based on a Boston Dynamics
Yeah.
base
Mhm.
model, and they just took it and they improvised on it. So Boston Dynamics is basically like their supplier for that. So sometimes it's like that too, where pretty much what you do. It's kind of like, why reinvent the wheel? There may be some reliable
Mhm.
technology that's out there. So usually when you're trying to do a make versus buy decision, if there's existing technology that's out there and that's proven, you'll usually reach out to that particular company to do a collab that way. So you can get implemented what you want, but without having to start from scratch, unless it's something proprietary, like the like the Walt Disney animatronic. That one's a little different. Mr. Milktoast, we'll ask this before we get on to a sighting, which is very exciting. I'm gonna have to start creating a game for this person in a minute. The question has to be asked: why does the non-Disney run park in Japan seemingly run smoother than any of the Disney run ones? Well, I'll throw my opinion out
Mm.
here, and I think Theme Park Casual has a bit more insight as well. That's because Tokyo Disneyland is not 100% owned by the Walt Disney Company. I believe is it Oriental Land Company, I
Yeah.
Mhm.
think,
Yeah.
because they
Yep.
wanted a park, and Eisner was like, you know what, we do not have time to be involved with the park over in Japan. And it just basically said, okay, what if we pay for the bulk of it and we just get some of your Imagineers over here? Like, okay. Eisner's like, first you have my curiosity, now you have my attention. And that's pretty much what happened over there. What do you guys think?
I think it's just
Ah,
standards. There's a level
yeah.
that has to be, met in Japan, and they refuse to not to not have that be the minimum. Whereas in the States, things have really shifted, especially after COVID. The standards at Disney just don't match what they used to be. And that's almost across the board. I think the
Hmm.
only place that I would say that the standards have not dropped is the custodial staff. The custodial staff at the parks are still just amazing people.
Hmm.
Maybe they're
They
short
are.
staffed, and that's why, some of the, trash cans can sometimes be overloaded, but I would never, say that this custodial staff are lazy or not doing their job. They are absolute nails every time I've seen any of them work. I mean,
Yeah.
they are picking up stuff that you would just be like, either in the middle of a crowd and they're sitting there trying to sweep up, 3 pieces of
Hmm.
popcorn.
Yeah. Kudos to the custodial staff. That's
Yeah.
why sometimes when you leave certain well, at least I've seen this at Epcot. Maybe it's just Epcot, I don't know. But they'll have some of the staff out front, saying goodnight, and then they'll have they had like some of the custodial staff out there too. So it's like, yeah, definitely saying hi to you guys. So I thought that was cool having the custodial staff out there as well, so people could thank them as they leave. Also, another thing that I have noticed about the Japan parks, not the ones in China. That's a totally different story. But the ones Tokyo Disneyland, there's a reference for what came before. And I've said this numerous times, like talking with culture, with like theme park casual, and a lot of other people, is that if you want to experience Disney the way that Walt Disney intended, we're going to have to go to Japan to see it. And there was literally this
Mhm.
cottage industry that's like, do you remember what Walt Disney World and what Disneyland used to look like? We've got it over here in Tokyo Disneyland. It is on
Here,
steroids what they have over there.
here's my guess as to why the quality is better at in Tokyo is, you know, going back to the standard. I do know that Imagineering in the States did consult. There was a lot of consulting and a lot of training. And I think in Japan, they have just been able to maintain what they learned years ago and pass that on to whatever current Imagineers they have now in
Mm,
Tokyo. They haven't lost that. And where in the States, we've lost it. And Japan, they're not willing to sacrifice, and especially politically. Like, they're not going to sit there and, you want to do what you want to do in the US, but this is what we were taught by your company, by your predecessor. This is what we were taught. This is what we're going to do. And we're not going to change it. And they're not dumb. They know what's going on in the States, and they want no part in it, because as far as Japan is concerned, what does that have to do with us?
mm-hmm.
We don't want in any of that drama and any of that mess. They understand that this is a theme park. It's meant to entertain, not to do other things with.
Exactly. And that's a good point, Long Rule, because another thing to bring up when they trashed Splash Mountain and gave us Tiana's Broccoli Adventure, what did Tokyo Disneyland do? Advertised their soaked to the max event for Splash Mountain, where they had even more water cannons.
Theme
Nice.
park, you got to go there and get your socks wet and film.
Nice.
I
Tell you, it's like
think we already have Max Splash on Tiana right now.
Yeah,
oh, you do? We don't.
Bob got hit with that, didn't he?
Yeah, he got hit. He got hit pretty hard.
Why is it you guys have the extra water cannons and we don't? Maybe I'm
Well, we don't have
looking
extra
at it.
water cannons, but our midway drop, the little one that you'd like go down and then back up,
Uh-huh.
as soon as you hit the water again, whoever's in the front row, it's basically buckets of water being dumped on them. It is absolutely insane.
We get there's no water. There's none.
Even
that
less than
I remember.
before. Even less than
Yes.
before, because I remember it's been years since I've ridden Splash Mountain, and it was like you had to be in the front seat to even get wet then, so there's less water now than before. Holy crap.
Maybe since they're taking rivers away, they could put the water in Tiana's.
Maybe. They're
Would
like, what's
they-
the point of a water ride without water, really, you know?
especially in Florida,
wasn't
you
that-
would ride Splash Mountain so you could freaking get soaked because it was so
Yeah.
hot. I'm
But
sorry,
wasn't that
Erica.
part of the problem? Was that the water levels, if they're a certain height, it messes with the sensors, and they were having all those issues with the boats and the animatronics, I guess, not working when the sensors weren't being activated by the movement of the boats, and they kept lowering the water levels because they were trying to figure out what was that sweet spot.
Mhm.
They used the same system in California. I thought the rides were almost identical when it came to the electronics.
That means Tiana after the renovations, not Splash.
Well, no, I mean with California too, Tiana's. Yeah, they should be the electronics should be the same. So if it's handling what's happening in California, it should handle it here.
Yeah.
They are there's something off, because one thing that we have in Florida that they do not have in Disneyland is that mold problem because the
Yeah.
humidity, and they all knew that, which is why the original animatronics in Splash Mountain were pneumatic, not electronic, because that very issue. So Disneyland's version did have some problems when it started, but it's the one in Orlando, they have to lower the water level on the drop. I never knew what color I guess the base of the ramp to drop down. I didn't know that was actually colored because I never saw that with Splash Mountain, because there was so much storm water that was coming out of it. And usually when you get on the boats on Splash Mountain, because I'll never forget, I would always get splashed before I got on the drop, because the drop would come down, and because of all the water cannons, you would get the overspray on you, which was not fun when it was cold in Florida. So yeah, it's
Hey, but they had towels in the gift shop, so.
yeah, they had towels, but then again, the objective was you were supposed to look like you were a contestant in the wet t-shirt contest.
I know, that's why I never got all. I could never understand all the people wearing the garbage bags. You know, you're going on a water ride wearing garbage bags. It's like, embrace the wetness.
You do. Case in point, if you go over to if you're over at Universal Orlando, go to Islands of Adventure and you do the Jurassic Park River ride, there's a reason there are all those big family dryers that they've got there. Because when you do that drop, there is so much water involved that it's so loud. There's a splash zone outside where the restaurant is, Thunder Falls. It's there.
Yep.
The restaurant people stand there and wait because the water is so it hits the bottom and it's
Mhm.
like roaring water for like a good 10 seconds before any of it calms down and people dripping come off of that.
Now with Tiana's, you remember how they would splash? They'd shoot it up, and sometimes over on the walkway where people could stand and watch, the water would fly over to it. Does it still hit the pedestrians out there on the walkway, or have they changed
Nope.
that? Oh man.
Nope. No. That water is nowhere near the level that it used to be in Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain, remember, you went all the signs that said you will get wet, they were not joking. And we were like, man, I hope so.
Yeah.
You walk out, your feet are all squished and with water and the socks and your shoes and everything. That's like what you expected. But no, nah, not anymore. And Figgy is right now. Yeah, Cali River Rapids, you will get soaked. That's
Oh
over at
yeah.
the Animal King. Yeah, yeah, you know what you were getting into. Cali River
It was
Rapids.
great. It's so
Mhm.
hot, and you get off the ride wet. It feels really good.
Mhm. Exactly.
Just careful on the denim. If you're wearing like capris that are denim, make sure you wear shorts. Bring a change of clothes.
Where oh my gosh. Uh the active wear, the quick dry active wear is
Yes, that's
the
what I
best
wear.
thing I can tell you.
A
Walmart
bathing
sells
suit
that stuff for
material.
cheap. Bathing
Yep.
suit material. If you're a sewer, they actually have that material at the fabric stores. Well, not Joanne, they went out of business, but like at Walmart and a couple other places that you go, they actually have that material. It dries quickly. You will want that. And it
You
actually
can go on these websites that sell these tank top and short sets. It's swimwear and workout wear.
yeah.
You can use it for both working out,
Mhm.
and they're complete outfits, and they're adorable.
Yep.
Totally modest enough to go theme parking, and that's what I order. And I actually use them as my swimwear and my theme
Mhm.
park outfits. That's what I use. So it's basically a tankini top, which is a tank top, which is out of bathing suit material with a
Mhm.
built-in bra, and then the bottoms are just shorts that match, and they're just like running shorts basically.
Because some of them have the shorts underneath the skirt. Like I have the
Yep.
the pants that I wear to the park. They're like Fabletics, so they're like the workout type wear material. They like dry quickly, all of that. Because that's nuts.
Poor Tom.
Mm.
I did that once. If you go, it was Splash Mountain. If you go and look at some of my videos, from when I was like first starting to live stream here in Orlando, yeah, go see the one where I went on Splash Mountain with a gimbal for the first time.
Oh, you didn't lose the gimbal, did you?
I didn't lose the gimbal,
Oh
but
no.
I
It
didn't
was
lose
like
I forgot how much water was freaking coming at me, and all you could see was the water. And I think the stream froze temporarily. I forgot all about that.
Oh.
It was so funny. People like super chatted me on the way down. How much fun it was. Last part on Disneyland, because I do want to share this. Tony Baxter, because we were talking about Splash Mountain, and one of, I would say, next to Joe Rody, politics aside, the man's a hell of an Imagineer. Tony Baxter is the other Disney like legend, and Eddie Sato. And we were just talking about him. So apparently, Tony Baxter was out on Main Street, USA, for the 70th birthday of Disneyland. So he was out there, so walking around. And Eddie says Tony was with us yesterday, and man, he can barely move without getting stopped, but he always takes the time. And Tony Baxter was actually at Epic Universe too when it opened. So
I wonder what all went on there.
They probably rolled out the red guy. Hey, Tony, anything you want to work
a job?
anything catches your, that's how I would think. Like, what does he want? What does he like? Give him the VIP suite. Take notes. Whatever he says.
Thank you for all the students that just came over, trained under you. Now we have them.
Yep.
Thank you for your graduate.
That is 100% right, Erica. That is so.
He's going to go in there looking and saying, "Okay, how's this work?" Because he's curious. It's going to be in his blood, and they're going to be like, "Oh, what's your take? Yeah, we'll write this down. Thank you."
Good job.
Or he may already know how it works, and he's like, "Yeah, it's about dang time. It's sad that it was you guys and and not us, but congratulations nonetheless."
Tony Baxter is one of those people where it's like, critique this, please. I just want to sit and just take notes and just watch what you do, because I think they got video of him walking through, of all places, Dark Universe.
Yeah, I could see it. Those really themed areas like that seem like it would be up his alley.
I would love it. Of course, we're not going to know this, and he's a free agent, so it's not like he works for Disney anymore. I mean, they gave him they brought him on Tiana's Broccoli Adventure project, but with an NDA to basically gag him from saying anything about it. So while they brought him on, it was kind of like for optics, but lately he is literally like a rock star when he walks into any of the parks. So it's good to see him. Good to see him at Disneyland.
Yeah. Wish I could have been there that day.
There was another one who was there too. Was it Bob Gurr?
Yeah, Bob Gurr was there. Eddie Sato, Tom Morris. There were a bunch of them there.
All of these guys, and he looks so happy. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, folks, we're going to move on from Disneyland. So, of course, we're going to keep an eye on what's going on for the 70th. Of course, make sure you're subscribed to Theme Park Casual, because he is going to be your eyes on the ground. Both him and Barry Place as well. Oh, Krista says Maynard was there as a guest. Tiki Room legend himself. The Tiki Room, I have to say this. The Tiki Room at Disneyland is, I'm sorry, it just blew my mind. I thought Walt Disney World's Tiki Room was awesome. The one in Disneyland is incredible. That one and the Pirates of the Caribbean, those are the two. Those are the two attractions I love over there. And the facade on It's a Small World, but that's only because in Florida ours has to be inside because of all the rain and stuff like that. But they finally plussed it up with color and all that, so it looks really cool. Hey, BR Geist says hi, Lorena and everyone. I would love Tony to get back to the theme park business, either with a regretful Disney or Universal. Tony Baxter, now he could pretty much have his pick of what he would want to work on if he even gave a hint that he was interested in working on something.
The fact that he was willing to come out of retirement to work with the Tiana team, which he actually ended up basically walking away from. He never actually really worked on it. He kind of saw where it was going and kind of washed his hands of it and said, "I'm out."
Exactly. And I think, and to what Erica was saying earlier, just how many Universal creatives are former Disney Imagineers who worked under Tony Baxter or the likes of Tony Baxter.
Yeah.
It's like, who knows how much back of the napkin Imagineering he's been doing. just theoretically, how would you X, X, Y, and Z, just
He went to go visit some of his former students.
mm-hmm.
Oh, this is where you guys are at now. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Also, the
That's got to be so bittersweet.
Mm-hmm.
You work for a company and you pour your heart and soul into a company that just means so much to you and it has all this historical value. And then just to kind of see it down spiral and to see your own students flourish somewhere else. Like it's like there's that excitement of, oh, this is wonderful. This, you're out there spreading your wings, but at the same time, it's not where we all hoped you would, or we would all be flourishing. There's a sadness there, a sorrow.
Well, speaking of flourishing, Tom, do you remember when we were at Epic and we saw this dragon and we said, you know what, is it gonna breathe fire?
What I tell you.
It does. Oh, it's so cute.
I knew they were going to do that.
We said it doesn't. It's like it looks cool, but it's just like it's got to
like
set something on fire, right? It can't just be crashing out over there for no reason. So it makes me wonder if the ice dragon, if they've got the like the AC breath now.
Yeah, you can see the thing in the back of his mouth.
It's just like the dragon on top of Gringotts Bank. So I tell people, I said sometimes a dragon, it sleeps in the morning, and then sometimes it may think it's gonna blow fire, but it won't. But it's like you have to look for that like pilot light. When that flickers on, then it's definitely gonna blow fire. But I love this so much because this was the piece of the story, and Tom picked it up and I picked it up. It's like that's the piece that's missing, but it was still under technical technical rehearsal.
And they made that clear with the previews. Yeah, they're still bringing all this stuff out and developing, but that's beautiful. That's what it is. I've always loved fire at theme parks. Like Spider-Man ride has it. The old Confrontation ride had lots of fire.
Yeah,
and we need more fire in these rides.
Yes, it's a Gronko, Crystal Joe. Yes, in the blacksmith shop, and we're just like, he's got to breathe fire. It's okay, but it's like it's a piece of the story.
It's like it's got to wake up and light that that fire pit. We're sitting there talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, that's too for it to just be sleeping. No, I just don't think.
And I love that Universal did this because there were little bits and pieces that that you could see, like over where the ice dragon is. It's like it's brooding, it's breathing. It's like, what is it doing? It just kind of like looks around and and it's like, what is it gonna do? And it's like ice. What is it gonna do? And then finally found out that when especially the little kids, because they're the ones that test it out, they get close enough and it just starts to breathe like ice smoke. Only thing, it was smoke then. It's like the only thing that's missing is like the actual like AC blast. So I'm like, I hope they did that. It's so cool. It's so cool. This sort of thing increases immersion tenfold. Yes, it does.
It's all the stuff that's missing from Galaxy's Edge.
Exactly.
Ouch. Yeah.
Exactly. You walk through there and all you see are dragons. And that's what Universal Creative was saying. Like when we put together Isle of Berk, we didn't want you to just see dragons. We wanted to make you feel like you are dragons living among us. Now they just got to put that one up in the air that flies. I want to get that finally straight.
When are they going to do that?
Do you remember that drying thing with the dragon sticking out of it, the family dryer over by the fire drill?
Yes.
Wouldn't
Mhm.
that be funny if that thing just turned around, looked at you, then it's that when it turns on, it did like a fire effect, like it lit up and then it turned on. That would be hilarious.
I would love that. That that
Or
whole
a
area.
dragon heating it.
That's what
Mhm.
he's doing. You see the back end
Yeah.
of the dragon, you see his head sticking into it.
Okay, I
It
gotcha.
just looks like it looks like it's gonna move, and they just didn't turn it on yet. I'm like, that's an awful lot just to put that there.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
today I'm sorry, Lorraine, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead, Devin.
Was we went to the preview day and a thunderstorm blew through that sent us all to the tavern. So
Yeah.
we only got like a 5-minute walk through the Isle of Burke, and just walking through, there was just so much we wanted to do there. We just ran out of time with the weather. I mean, it was a completely different feel than like walking through Galaxy's Edge for the first time. There just everything was there. I mean, if you've not been there, you're going to love that area, even if you're not a dragon fan.
No, it
Oh,
is
okay. I see.
amazing when you walk in there. Oh, okay, Abras. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Your lovely government agency, dragon ass. Uh, oh, yes, that's
Story of our lives.
hmm
Jeez.
government
Ugh.
agency. That's a good. If you want to know the inefficiencies of a government agency, just go back and watch that scene from
Well, they had them up practicing. Like, what? They weren't allowed to do that? Maybe they got slapped on the hand for doing that?
No, they
oh,
get
Now they have to
permits to do
wait?
the practicing, and then they have to do that and approve.
hmm
I think it's just like they have to do. Okay, this is what we
yeah,
did. This is our findings. This is our flight plans,
yeah. It's
and
like the
it's a
Hey,
whole
what is
bunch.
taking so damn long?
DMV
We
for
want our
They didn't get
dragons.
their hand greased.
remember that scene in Zootopia, the sloths at the DMV.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, that I love that. Whoever
Yes,
whoever thought of that was a genius.
and
Same with
Chicky's
the
like
seagulls
banging her
with the
head.
mine. Oh man,
I love it.
you don't get
I
touches like
love
that
it.
anymore.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the drone show is running. It's up and running at Universal. I'll be there on Thursday to show you guys the drone show. SeaWorld's got their darn drone show up and running. But yeah, so much going on. I want them to announce when they're going to add Epic to the annual passes, but
Yeah, same
it's
here.
very very obvious when you go to Epic Universe that it is literally, I would say, Magic Kingdom 3.0. It's
Mm.
it's the touches in it are absolutely uncanny, and it is worth it. Worth it, worth it, worth it. Well, another thing that's worth it, and I got to run through this, Halloween Horror Nights, which is one of the, no, I will say the biggest Halloween event that happens here in Orlando. They've got brave, all new street experiences that take horror to new heights, featuring zombie car hops, undead DJs, and more.
Wow.
So the scare zones, which are all through sections of the park, they're separate from the haunted houses. So they're all themed. When I went to Universal, when was that Universal? What was it? Thursday. You saw the shirt that I had on that said Mel's Die-In. Okay, that was the annual pass holder shirt that they sold last year with all of this merchandise. Usually for Halloween Horror Nights, they'll just have the sign at Mel's Drive-In that says Mel's Die-In instead. So this year they got zombie car hops, and I bet you they're rolling around on roller skates.
now, Lorena, just so that I know, the houses are the big, like 10 of them, the big, like where Five Nights at Freddy's and all that. These are just areas around, like during the walking areas of the park that you just random areas in the park.
Yes, think of them as themed street entertainment,
Okay.
but with a horror element. Like there's the one where you first walk into Universal. There's that first one there. That's one scare zone that's there. Another one in New York. outside of where like the Mummy Theater is. That's the biggest. That's the biggest one. So these areas, scare actors that'll interact with you, try to scare you, come up to you, interact with you, or in my case, when I'm live streaming, video bomb you, follow you. We've seen this happen. And eventually they get used to seeing me, so they'll like come up and it's great. So that's basically what this is, these scare zones. If haunted houses are not your thing and they're not for everybody, the scare zones are the next best thing. And I really do like these. Their theming is crazy how good it is, that the storylines that they have, the makeup jobs that are done. Because that's my thing. That's how I'll get taken like off guard. I'll be looking at the makeup, and then that's when they'll come around like scare the crap out of me when I have
well,
the camera on.
The way they pre-position this stuff around the park in the dates, we had to cover our kids' eyes when they were younger because it was so detailed, the stuff they had out in the parks. I mean, and that was in broad daylight. And I love some of the themes too. Yeah, like they threw cat ladies in this
better
one.
Time.
And
Yeah, I saw that.
This time.
I saw that. The cat lady. So I said I have to see that with the cat lady. Krista Joe says, I'm a scaredy cat. Girl, I got you. Don't worry. I got you. It'd probably be a video and a live stream where I talk about how to enjoy Halloween Horror Nights if you are an absolute scaredy cat, but you still want to be cool and say you went.
No, yes.
There is a way. There is a way to do it for sure. So not only the scare zones, I forgot about that. Not just the scare zones, but they also have the Dead Coconut Club. It's usually the Red Coconut Club, but it'll have like a horror overlay as a Dead Coconut Club. It is family friendly. There is, you can get alcohol and everything, but the draw of the club is just the theming that they have in there. And last year there was a Bloomhouse themed bar in the upper level, which was amazing because they even had like a Megan animatronic, not animatronic, one of the Megan dolls that they had from the movie. So that one was really, 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 really cool. This scare zone that I want to talk about, the scare zone in New York is always the biggest one. I think the first time I streamed Halloween Horror Nights, they had the hippie vampire zone. So it was like Woodstock, but with like vampires that would come out and everything. They had that one. That one was crazy. I kept getting copyright claim with music though. They had that one. Then last year it was the medieval torture fair. But this year, mutation with the toxic 20s. I can't wait to see the 20s get up. They're probably going to have like gangsters, speakeasies, everything.
Well, that's actually taking a page out of Knott's Berry Farm because they, in the last few years, they in their what used to be the Roaring 20s area of the park, they created a scare zone and a maze there, and they themed that area to the Goring 20s.
Ooh.
So, and it was a smash hit. It was like the biggest hit of when they introduced it. It was the most popular scare zone. And so the next year they had to add a maze to it because it was so popular.
I want to go to that park
Wow.
so bad.
But Knott's Berry Farm?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I lived out there and did not get a chance to visit. That's one of the biggest regrets that I've had. Just Knott's Berry Farm, it just looked like such a cool park. And I know I've seen video of like Theme Park Casual and others for Knott's Scary Farm, which also has, let's see, who said that? Krista Joe, yeah, no scare necklaces to wear well at their Halloween event. So I'm actually going to Howl-O-Scream this year with like Tom.
Yeah, we are.
we're going to Howl-O-Scream. But I did notice that for Knott's Scary Farm, they did have like a no scare. I I forget what it was. If it was a lantern, was it a
It's
lantern
called a
with a different
Nobu
color?
necklace. The Nobu necklace. It was a jack-o'-lantern, and then it was a spider.
Oh, okay. The Nobu
So
necklace.
it changes. But there's a thing. We have a neighbor, a friend of ours, who decided to wear one. And she was walking around so she wouldn't get scared. And then she went up, and there was this one worker who was there, who was directing stuff and everything. She went up and she scared the worker. The worker yelled at her, and she got in trouble for it because she was wearing a Nobu, and she was trying to scare the worker. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Yeah.
You know, Camera Girl is gonna like that because she's like, do I want to go to Halloween Horror Nights or not? I'm like, as an art nerd, you will love it. Like, I love special effects makeup, so it just blows my mind how they get the zombies made up. Like, I've seen the backstage area where they have the scare actors go and get like their makeup and all that stuff like refreshed and everything. They have that done, but yeah, I'm so looking forward to this scare zone here.
Well, one of the things that we did, I'm not, people buy what they want, all this stuff. I usually don't like paying for fast passes, but with Aang, we went one time with Aang. Aang always wanted to do Halloween Horror Nights, but was always very skittish. So we got the express passes. So it minimized the time waiting, because sometimes if you sit in a line and you build up and make yourself really nervous, well, that happened. And so we found out a way to do it and help them through that situation. Although by the end of the night, Aang was like trying to give Texas Chainsaw Massacre a hug and then trash talking him and stuff. It was fun to watch. But that's one thing I think you do. It's one of the few events that I would actually encourage people to invest if you're going to go, because the lines are just amazingly long. You might seriously consider it in this case.
Yeah, I would say, and that's a good point, Damon. I would say if you can swing it,
yes,
definitely consider getting the express pass. So that's definitely something you want to get. Casual, you gotta jump out.
Yeah, just got a text from Mrs. Casual, so I'm just gonna have to take care of some family business.
No worries.
So,
glad you could join us for as long as you did.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to be here for a little bit of the Disneyland talk. Yeah, I'll miss the discussion on the parade, but I'm sure you guys will handle it just fine.
We'll get you covered. Okay. Well, folks, make sure you subscribe to Theme Park Casual. Excellent West Coast theme park coverage. Please do check them out. Thanks for having you. Thanks for being
All righty,
on,
kids.
dude.
Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Folks, make sure you subscribe to Theme Park Casual, longtime supporter of my channel, and it is a privilege and a pleasure to be supporting his channel over there. What was I going to say? Oh, two things. Okay, so if you, for some reason, you cannot purchase, or let's just say the Express Pass is out of your price range, so to speak, although I highly suggest getting it. If it is out of your price range, consider getting the Stay and Screen Pass. If you do not have an annual pass, it's $30. It allows you to enter the park, I believe, like around 4. And while the park is closing to regular day guests, you get this special area to wait in. Now, you also get entry into certain haunted houses, and they do not advertise when they're opening early. Okay, so the event opens to regular folks, regular ticket holders at 7 p.m. The park closes at 5. You're in the park from 5 to 7. You can actually get in line. Granted, it's not the same as it being dark and going into the haunted house, but if you're already in there and the park closes at 5 and they decide to open the haunted houses at 6, you're already there. So again, not the same. There is a discounted fast pass after 12 midnight. Halloween Horror Nights goes on to I think like 2 to 3 a.m. or something like that. So that's another option. So there are there are options to get into the haunted houses earlier.
Mhm.
Although, again, like I said, and kind of just like what Dad Man was saying, and I highly recommend it. Get the express pass. I
You
did
want to
that
be
the
in that.
first time that I went because I went with Drunk 3PO actually,
Yeah.
and he recommended to get the express pass. I'm like, is it really worth it? Yeah, it's a difference between you getting done the houses by like 9:30, 10 p.m. and you maybe getting to do a few houses by
Right.
3 a.m.
It's that crowded, and I'm glad you brought that point up too, Lorena, about being in there in the queue, like the express passes or the hotel guests, being in there before the regular park closing because you're so much further ahead in the lines and
Mhm.
everything else. It's time flies, like you said. It's either a few, or you can do them early, and then you can go around eating food and just leisurely for the rest of the night, or
Yeah.
you're just struggling to get anything done in two-hour long waits. So.
But we'll have you covered here on the channel because there'll be videos, live streams, planning. We like to help you guys plan when it comes to Halloween Horror Nights. It is very easy to get your money's worth. The problem is how popular this darn event
Yeah.
is. It is. If you see you watched episodes of The Walking Dead, right? And there's like hordes of walkers. Right? That's Halloween Horror Nights. Pretty much
Mhm.
every darn night. Yeah.
And the lines are like that. There's so many people in line.
There's so oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the lines are absolutely insane. Hey JG, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's go to our last topic of the show. 81 of you here watching in between YouTube and X. So glad that you're here. I'm just gonna let this run. This is from Drew the Disney dude. Really cool dude. I've met him several times. Posts about Disney, uh, Walt Disney World. You can follow him over. You can follow him over on X. This is the Disney Starlight Parade. And remember how I was saying, unlike with the other parades, this starts in Main Street USA. It does not start in Frontierland. So it's going to start Main Street USA and then go over to Frontierland. So I might as well drop the intel now. If you want to catch this parade twice, this is the prime spot to be at. So we've already seen this particular float. They have the same parade in Tokyo Disneyland. That's the first place that I saw it because I'm like, how come we do not have this parade? It's like it wasn't the Main Street parade, which that's like the goat. I miss Spectral Magic, but just seeing the Blue Fairy float, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we have that. But yeah, this is Wish. Say what you want. It's like it's there. But it looks aesthetic wise, it looks good. The Blue Fairy one, I'm pretty sure they just lifted that straight from Tokyo Disneyland. I mean, I don't it's not something we haven't seen before. Well, I take that back. It's not something theme park nerds perpetually online haven't seen before.
One observation looking at it, at least to me, it
Mhm.
looks like they're in bad weather mode. They look like they're going faster than most of the parades normally do. Because I know
Mhm.
that came up earlier about time.
Yeah.
Because usually a Disney parade, they will involve themselves with the crowd to the sides and really make it a little more immersive. So this almost, like you said, it could be either it's the first time they're just running it out, or it could be a foul weather situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because they're not the parades the floats do not move that fast.
Right.
And there were a lot of lightning advisories last night. I kept getting them on my phone. But Bruno looked at well, I saw Bruno at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party last year. So the costumes look good.
You
And
know,
it is pretty.
It just all those lights. That's the one thing we always loved, the parks at night. I've always loved the parks at nights, but especially the kids and the wife with the parades. Just something magical with those lights at night. It is beautiful.
Watching on YouTube. Not sure Paint the Night had more energy. Paint the Night is an amazing parade. But yeah, I saw we've seen the one from Tokyo Disneyland. I've watched the video. We put it on this channel many times. Just how gorgeous it looks. I see the blogger crew out there. Just saying. Just saying. Krista Joe says, yes, last night they had a weather delay when the parade soft opened. Some characters were mic'd and some weren't too. Okay, that makes sense. I can't wait to see this.
Oh, that's nice.
The displays on that is really cool. The tech behind that looks amazing.
Yeah.
Looking at the chasers, the lights, I mean, I'm not going to lie, that actually, I'd love to see how they have that timed and worked from an IT standpoint. Sorry.
Yeah, Abras, I saw that. Yeah, all the vloggers were there last night. I'm like, it's my night off. I'm not going down there. You guys go for me. I do like these dresses. There's something about the technology with these outfits that Disney does that I haven't seen anywhere else. These look gorgeous. Although I still love Constance rolling around. You only see her during the Halloween parade with how her dress lights up and everything. This is actually really cool. And I guess that's a princess cavalcade. The mega princess float. The princess and the princes, both of them together. The costume dancers need more lighting on them. Yeah, and Krista, I don't know if that is because of the impending weather, so maybe they weren't charged highly enough. Because that's something that I saw too.
Maybe they're solar and it didn't catch enough sun that day.
Yeah.
No, they're definitely not. I'm thinking you're right. I'm thinking they didn't do it because of the weather in case it did rain on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking some of it might only be water resistant instead of waterproof.
And they have to be really careful with
the movement with that stuff, the way they're moving around and dancing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's going to be some kind of EL wire thread or maybe a fiber optic.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, I try not to, but I
can't help it.
I can't help it. Yeah, it's really dark because I look at this and I'll compare this to some of the outfits that I've seen for the Halloween parade, and they are brighter.
Amazing. It looks good. I'm looking at the sequences. I'm looking at it. I don't see a gigantic battery pack. So that's just improvements.
Yeah. And it was the Disneyland electrical parade or it was Spectro. Yeah, the butterflies that would go down Main Street. You could see the big battery packs on the backs of them.
I remember that. Oh, I love this. I loved Coco.
So do I need a guitar like this now?
Yeah, you do.
Like
I wish they had the abuela with the chancla. That's with the chancla.
Man, I flinched when she grabbed it.
Like saw the flashbacks.
I had a visceral reaction when I started grabbing. This is gorgeous, but yeah, it's like it doesn't. It's lit up. It looks nice. It feels like there's a little bit missing, but again, because of the deal with lightning, this is a very, very real threat. I get why.
Ooh.
Oh, I love those.
I like this.
Yes, those got charged up in time. I like that. Yeah, those are really cool. We have not had a nighttime parade in so long. at the Magic Kingdom. This was like the thing to do, especially when you were at the park at night. That's why nighttime is my favorite time. You go, you see the Main Street Electrical Parade, you see Spectrum Magic, you get to see it twice. Because it runs twice. It's scheduled to run at 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. The park officially closes at 11 p.m. So I'm going to be going tomorrow, trying to catch this for both both performances, both at 9 and 11. That's pretty cool. But I'm thinking that needs to be lit a little bit more. Where's Hey Hey? Where's my favorite chicken? Okay, there he is. There he is. Do you guys know about the screaming Hey Hey plush, right?
No.
When Moana came out,
Is
right?
it?
And
is
they
it
had the merchandise and everything. I went in Target and it's just like screaming Hey Hey. It just like squeezes like his wing and starts screaming like he does in the movie. I picked that up. I had to have it. And then I had to turn on all the other ones that were in the line and it screams just like in the movie. I'm like, this thing is perfect. I need it in my life. Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing that. I like this with Big Ben. Yeah, this one, this whole parade is pretty much a slam dunk. It's not like the parade didn't exist anywhere else. It was over in Japan. And from what people are telling me, the music from the parade in Japan is much better. So I'll have to see the music and let you know. If I'm not getting that warm fuzzy feeling like I would from Main Street, from the Electrical Parade, or from Spectrum Magic, although I did love the music from Spectrum Magic a bit better. It was just perfect.
LEDs and fiber have let them come so far compared to what incandescence and just plain neon could do. It's pretty damn amazing.
Mm-hmm. And here's the Thomas the you call it Thomas the Tank Engine. Brandon says, I love the parade. I just wish we had lyrics to the music. Oh, okay. Okay. I am very much looking forward to seeing this parade because it desperately needed. Universal has their day parade, but they've already got Sensational going with the drone show. Disney hasn't had a drone show ever since they did that one briefly down in Disney Springs. This is a nice mega float. And of course, there's Mickey and Minnie up top. It's interesting. This company chose cool colors for the lighting of this parade. Maybe to make it distinctly different. Well, Spectrum Magic had a lot of cool colors too. And that's probably why while I love the Main Street Electrical Parade, it had more warm colors. So I think visually that's probably why I like Spectrum Magic in this one. Oh, there's Jiminy Cricket. That is a cool effect. I do like that. I do like that. Oh my gosh. So last night, and oh my gosh, Moana was for me. Yeah, I heard a lot about the Moana float. And hello, Dean Krantz. It says hello to all. Well, hello and welcome. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's the parade. And while we look at this, what do you guys think of the overall parade?
Don't show the summer sizzle thing. No.
This the what?
The summer sizzle thing. No.
You know what?
That's what those things do. Thank you, Pro. You made me think of that every time I see one of those stupid toys.
I had to laugh at this, and I'm looking because I had some stuff I have too much stuff. But
No, you don't, Lorena.
this, di- I'm trying to be good. Um, Again from Drew, the Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away interactive bubble wands are now available at Magic Kingdom's Emporium for $39.99. Let me say this. Universal's Mega Movie Parade, okay? You could get bubble wands and they both bubble, they light up, they interact with each other. If somebody else has one, they also interact with the floats. And they were like, I want to say I didn't pay more than $30 when it came to tax. I think it was like 25, 25, 29, something like that. You got a discount if you bought two. And they were so cool. I have the Jurassic Park, the baby raptor one, so it roars like a raptor. Camera Girl has the one with like Poppy from the Trolls, so it like lights up with the pink and the lights and everything. And then they have another one of one of the teddy bears. I think Stewart's teddy bear from Despicable Me, and they interact with each other. So if you have a wand and you have the setting on, it'll interact with the other wands. There's also windows in the studios where the wand will react to it. And then when the parade comes by, it'll like trigger the wand. So it'll like blow bubbles and light up and stuff like that. So Universal already had it. And for $40, and there's only one that I don't see a whole lot of these being sold, frankly, but we'll see.
As I wrote in the chat, it looks like Mickey's giving a giant middle finger to everybody.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. See,
Y'all did not think this through right.
No, because see what we loved when the kids were younger, the light chasers were what were hot. They were fun. They were spinning. They were active. They attracted the kids' attention. They were not too expensive. I mean, $13, $15 maybe at the time, but still, I mean, $40 for a middle finger that lights up.
$40.
Wow.
You know, if you say it that way, Dad Man, and you're right, a middle finger that lights up, maybe I need to get one.
I don't know. I mean, I might as well take Tom to dinner.
Driving.
I could take Tom to dinner for something like that. You know, we could eat well on $40, Tom.
Oh wait, you're gonna take me to dinner? I'm game. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Hey.
That reminds me of the summer sizzle, just Disney.
That's what I'm saying. I don't need this. I think I want one. I'd use it to hang it out the car window, Lorena, as somebody cuts us off, in Florida, and give them the Mickey salute.
You just gotta be
there
careful.
You go, the Mickey
where
salute.
You drive through. Just don't drive through Pinellas County with that. You might
no,
God,
no, you don't. But yeah, this came out last year, so I didn't get this one. But like I said, I have the baby raptor one that makes like dinosaur noises. Camera Girl has the Trolls one that has like Poppy. It's all pink and everything. Yeah, same thing. Interactive bubble wand. And for like no more, oh my gosh, no more than 30. And like I said, if you bought more than one, you got a discount on it. So they kind of like encourage people to buy more than one. So I think you got like two for like $50 before any pass holder discounts. But the cool thing about this is it bubbles, it lights up, it interacts with other wands that are around, and with the float. So this is a case of Universal already did it.
And it's not obnoxious.
No.
It's kind of cute for the kid to have. It doesn't look offensive in any way, shape, or form.
Now, what does it spin or make a noise? What does it do again?
This one, it like there's a setting for the lights to come on. So where that purple part is that looks like a film strip, that'll actually light up and have like light chasers. There's a function that's purely just bubbles. So it'll just blow bubbles from the top. Like if you have one and somebody else has one and you have the setting on, when it comes near each other, it'll like bubble or like vibrate and the lights will show. And when the floats come by, it triggers and your wand starts to either light up or blow bubbles, and it's really cool. Matter of fact, this happened live while I was filming the parade, and I actually had one of the interactive wands, and you heard like the raptor, like the little raptor noise, and then like the bubbles came up and everything. It was really cool. It doesn't happen with every float, but it
Right.
happens on certain floats. Like for example, the Trolls float. I think that one specifically will only set off the troll wand. And when the Jurassic Park float came by, my particular bubble wand just started like growling and everything. It was so cool. It was really cool. And they again the price was not the price didn't make you think, I don't, you want how much? $40 for this? The price was more of like, okay, it does this, and this.
Right.
And again, the interactive windows as well. So no matter how many of those windows that they put up at the studio's park, those interactive wands are going to work with it.
So this Mickey, does it interact with anything? Or
I think just the floats. From what
that's
I
what
understand.
that's what I said. The point with the other stuff. If it engages the kids, you're spending something for them to. That's more than a theme park float use. You know,
Mhm.
you get spinners, bubble blowers, all that stuff. That's what kids like. This. Wow.
This
They,
is going to interact with Pedro. It's fine.
I just it's like I get it, and that's why I tell people when you come to the Disney parks, you have to have money set aside for that thing you can't get anywhere else.
Right.
But you can get plenty of Disney themed light up glow items from like Five Below, especially Five Below, and Target and Walmart, and the bubble wands themselves. I think they're now $35 or so. They're actually worth it. I actually like those with how they're constructed. And yeah, sometimes the kids will definitely want one of those, especially one of those from the parks. This one, again, it looks like Mickey's kind of giving us the finger, and it.
Yeah,
This is the
especially
one
when you
where
turn the if you turn the hand a certain way,
Mhm.
it
I
don't
mean,
look
like-
right.
Dad, man, they would be good melee weapons for you in Fortnite.
Oh yeah, obviously that's about all they're useful for. I mean,
Mickey sabers.
If you
Mickey
got
sabers,
three
that'd be
kids,
cool.
it's over $100. Yeah, if you got 3 kids and you buy this for
Yeah.
$120 plus tax,
I-
if you don't have a discount, and it only, I mean, it works with the floats and everything.
It's back to how this is even affordable for people, because I mean, I know our kids, it's been a long time, but I mean, even at like 12, I think they ran anywhere $10 to $15 back then. Still, for 2 or 3 kids, that was a lot for the time, and even now. But just wow. I mean, it's like they need a price. I don't know. I have different theories on different things about there should be certain price points to make things affordable for people. But wow, that's a hard cost.
It is, and it's one of those things. When it comes to economics, it's why some people are like, well, how come they price it so expensive? Well, they do it to see if they can get away with it. Now, 2 weeks, they may be giving these things away with the purchase, so they may be putting a coupon on it. I've seen it happen when merchandise does not move. You'll see something like, get an interactive wand for only $20 for your $50 purchase or more. You see where I'm going with this? Disney is not immune from the law of economics. So if people are looking at this and they do not see any perceived value, which I don't, people won't buy it. As compared to, say, the Mega Movie Parade, those wands, I saw a lot of people get those for their kids because of the perceived value. It looks like something a kid would want. It's bright. It does more than one thing. The fact that you can buy, if you have more than one kid and you buy like 3 of them or whatever, and they all interact with each other to keep them busy, yeah, that's value. But this I do not see. I'm putting this one on coupon watch.
Yeah.
And in probably about 6 months, character warehouse watch. That's
Yeah.
what I think it's going to go.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just what, oh my gosh, this is what it is. Fannie Willis Booty. Oh my gosh, thank you so, so, so much, my dear. You are such an amazing, amazing supporter of the channel. Let me hit you up. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. $40 is what a regular cost at Disneyland for one. I'm officially giving Iger the finger. Nice
Yeah.
to see the whole crew cheers. Yeah, that just it does. It looks like Mickey's giving somebody the finger. Just y'all should have focus group checked this sucker before you I'm going to be looking to see how many of these are out there, because at the Mega Movie Parade, I keep bringing this up because it's true. At the Mega Movie Parade, these things were all over the place. The bubble wands and everything, they were flipping everywhere. They had them on little like carts with this prominently displayed discount on multiples. That was what I noticed. And you could see them with like the bubbles and everything. They were all coming out, just, bells and whistles and stuff like that. So, yep. So tomorrow, I will be broadcasting live. No, welcome to Florida, but I will be broadcasting live from the Magic Kingdom. Going to be checking out this new parade. Just to see what the atmosphere is like, because visually it looks very stunning. But one of the things that is supposed to set Disney parades apart is that emotional feeling that you get. So it'll be interesting to see if that's going to happen. Any last thoughts about the parade or the Mickey middle finger wand?
The parade, I think, is pretty. I can't wait to see it, one day. And the wand, it's nah.
I want to find one secondhand so I can modify the wand and make it do bad things.
I'm scared now.
I'm not
scared. I'm not. I'm intrigued.
That's like when they came out with the Grogu puppet interactive one, and I said I would hack that if I had the time to have it say all kinds of stuff.
Oh, I look at stuff all the time to see how I can hack and make it work for my whatever use I have for it.
Looks like in Fortnite a while back.
Yeah. She's sitting in the back there.
I'm loving that.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
Well, a while back in Fortnite, they had the Vader AI, and people, I had it misogynistic, insulting. It was hilarious. But actually, one streamer apparently got him to actually cuss live on a stream once. So, always hack.
Speaking of Haunted Mansion, you really do have to be careful who you take pictures with.
Oh, boy.
Did you see the Splash Mountain one?
Yes.
I put it in Slack.
I saw the Splash Mountain one, and oh my gosh, there's another one. I gotta show you this one.
What was another one? Was it Sesame Street? It was like two ugly looking Muppet monster things hugging each other.
I saw Fozzie and Miss Piggy.
And there was a Lego one. Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
That one. But this one that I'm going to show you, as someone from Philly.
Yes, that one.
That was the one I saw. It was that one.
Philadelphia is home to Comcast, which owns Universal.
Oh, jeez.
I died.
Oh my gosh.
I so died. This is my world.
Raph was reading, I guess, something online that apparently this CEO is quite the jerk for a boss, and he's no bueno. So he's over here like, yeah, he got his comeuppance.
I just love the Philly fanatic. One of the greatest mascots of all time, too.
Yeah. I mean, we throw snowballs at Santa Claus. I saw that one, and I just, oh my gosh, I just died. I thought that was Kiss Cams of Long Been a Bane. Yeah. But that was next level. Absolutely. The memes, oh my gosh, the internet is
I wonder if it was done on purpose. Like they kind of knew, like there was a note slipped somewhere.
Like you're on the.
I feel like it can be that random, especially with this particular one.
Well, I think the sub headline that has gotten lost in a lot of this is the focus on the people. But all the jokes about Coldplay, like coming out with 2 singles in one night.
I know.
Like everybody trashes their music and then all of a sudden they're hot.
Yes.
So
I was like, ew, people still listen to Coldplay? I wouldn't admit that. It's like admitting you still listen to Nickelback. Anyway.
Nickelback, isn't that a defensive position on football? Never mind.
Hey, there's a couple of songs that have good riffs. I'll give them that. They're not bad musicians.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't say they're my favorite, but I've heard worse. Milli Vanilli.
That's true.
Is that really hearing?
Rico Suave.
Oh, Lord. That was like, that was something that never should have happened. But it did.
How about Right Said Fred? I'm Too Sexy,
Well, that's your theme song, isn't it, that man?
Yeah, it's my theme song, yeah. Exactly. I've done it on karaoke a few times. I'd be dancing out to it out in public if it plays.
Let's see. All right. Well, folks, we have to wrap up the stream for today. It's going to go around, shout out our channel, say what we got going on, what we're doing. Erica, I'll start with you. I'm such a slacker. I'm like, I need to dig my stuff out of storage.
Well, I just shoved all my stuff in a bedroom upstairs. I didn't even bother throwing the stuff back up into the attic last year. So with all my Halloween,
Erica, is that
video
behind you? The talking head behind you, is that like from Haunted Mansion?
Yeah, it's Madame Yoda. Yeah, that's my last year's build. I built her last year.
Sorry,
more like hat.
Just noticed it.
Did with that crazy?
Like
you drove everybody crazy with that, Erica.
I have the bowl that goes over her, but it's so big I can't fit it. So I just did the head and the wig for now. But I do need to order more of those heads before I leave Europe, because the only place you can find those heads now is there's this Halloween store in the UK. So I need like 4 more so I can take back with me across the water so I can finish my singing bus for Grim Grinning Ghosts that I would like to hack that.
So my question is, are they going to look at you when you're doing a flying back overseas going, why do you have heads in a bag?
I don't know. I just put it in the TMO.
Wait, isn't that a movie? Heads in a bag, heads in a duffel bag. Wasn't that a movie?
Yes, that's why I brought that up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, I must have not seen it, so I missed the reference, which I do that a lot.
Wait to drag out my mermaid skeletons. Yes, I do. I have mermaid skeletons and pirate skeletons.
I was thinking of doing a pirate backdrop, but I'm like, dang, I got more. Gosh, Disney's killing me. They keep coming out with really cute Haunted Mansion merch. As much as we dog on Disney, like they have areas of the company where they are still screaming, take my money. And Haunted Mansion is, oh my gosh, if it's not Disney.
offender.
They're
Oh,
doing a good job. Sam,
Hey,
what's up?
sorry it took me so long to get on here. Had family stuff.
oh, no worries, no
Hello.
worries. Good seeing ya. I
Yes,
think
Sam.
you met Dad Man, Sam, Dad Man.
Hi, Sam. I haven't met you before, but nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Dad Man.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the stream tonight with everything that we were talking about and the parade and all that stuff?
You know what? In all sincerity, like the new parade doesn't look too bad from pictures. But the thing is, it's totally different being there in person versus in pictures. And then second thing is, I remember seeing the old light parade when I was a kid, and that was just like blew my mind. It was huge. And I really love the point that was being made on Pro Show is that if they had a parade that like ran through the park where you could see it from anywhere, you didn't have to be in just one area, that would be so much better because it's hard when you have these parades and you can only be in like one specific spot. I don't know if it because again, I was a kid when I saw the old light parade at Disneyland, but I remember we were near the end of it and people were stretched out through a whole big section of the park. It wasn't like when we saw the fireworks in Fantasia, the Fantasmic, that's what it was called, the night before. This was different and I liked that because when we went to go see the Fantasmic, I still can be a little claustrophobic. And as a little kid, I really did feel very claustrophobic. And it was a really packed crowd and it was hard to see. But with that parade, it was really nice because everyone was stretched out more to be able to see it easier. And there wasn't as big of a. I felt like I wasn't as packed in as a little human being. That said, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to hit the same way. It feels like they're so far behind the 8 ball on a lot of these things because they're trying to do what was already done ages ago or bring back concepts that were like really old and they're not even doing them right. And it's not the same quality. It's not the same thoughtfulness. It's not the same IP or things that are going to bring in those feels. It's characters sometimes that no one's seen the movie. Like the kids aren't going to be excited to see that little wish star thing because no one really saw that movie. And
I think they're
so
hoping
I
it'll
feel like
ignite people to see it and then to subscribe to Disney. They always do things in reverse, you know?
That's the problem, Erica. You're right. They're trying to do it in reverse. That's what they tried to do with Star Wars. They tried to force feed us the prequels in the Galaxy's Edge. And we're like, we just wanted mainstream Star Wars. Like, they could have picked Coruscant. They could have picked Naboo. They could have picked Yavin 4. They could have picked so many other planets that would have resonated with multiple parts of the franchise. Heck, I heard someone, they're like, it wouldn't have been as pretty, but Tatooine would have been fabulous because you could have in the morning had the prequels.
That's what we were supposed to get.
Yeah, you couldn't walk through Tatooine Traders because it was part of Tatooine and everything else at that point. But I think they contaminated Star Tours for me. When I went back and they put all that new crap in it, it's not the same because when they did the prequels and the originals and had all those different combinations, that was the best. And all of a sudden they started overemphasizing the sequel trilogy while they did it. So it lost all the feeling of what it used to have, you know?
And in all sincerity, if they want to keep that generation.
Go ahead, buy it, Lorena.
No.
Go ahead and buy it, Lorena. Yep, come on. Buy it. We're going to watch it.
That is so cute. What is that?
I did not know that was a shoulder buddy. Oh my gosh. I have to have it now. I have to add it to my costume.
Oh, it's magnetic. If it's I didn't even know
put it on
either.
your shoulder. I could get 2 of them.
Oh my gosh, Erica, that would be perfect for you when you do your little haunted house thing.
That would be awesome. I have this one from last year. This is probably this is the Raven.
Oh my gosh.
I forgot about the Raven from last year.
Yeah, this is the Raven from last year.
And see,
it was like 3
that's
times.
more my speed. I do the Raven. That's cute.
They maybe sell. I think they still sell it. that they have over there. But I'm like, this one,
Oh,
I haven't seen
gosh.
this one before. Lights up, light up shoulder. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it'll do that 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
It freaks
How's that
Professor
sound?
X out.
That's
But
so
But
awesome, though.
put him on your
That gives me
computer back there.
fucking
Yeah.
killing me.
I totally agree, Sam.
Yeah.
It's I'm wondering how it's gonna hit when I actually see the parade because the lights look good, the aesthetics look wonderful, but are you gonna get that same emotional punch
Yeah,
that you
Yeah.
used to with the
because I
other?
It's the music
remember
too. The
I
music
saw.
is what really brings
Hmm.
that magic. And is the music in the parade going to really give you that childhood feels that we got when we were kids? Now, I will say, Disney, the way the Magic Kingdom is designed, it's really hard with any parade they've ever had to see the parade from any point in the park. I've never been able to really notice that. Now, over at Epic Universe, because of the way the park is designed, when they bring in a parade, that'll be a park where you can pretty much see floats from anywhere in Celestial Park. But you're not going to ever get that at Magic Kingdom just because of the way the park is designed. And that just goes back to Disney, Walt's era, and how things, just how it was built back then.
See, it's interesting that y'all brought that up about the feeling like when you see that parade for the first time. We saw it tonight, but we didn't have the music, we didn't have the audio, and I think it's always different when you're looking at it in video versus in person. Because I sat here thinking about when my kids grew up, because that I lived it through them, not necessarily my experiences growing up, since I'm old like Tom. Is that the spectrum magic? Hey, I know, buddy, but hey, but it was like I always got that feeling when you heard the trumpets with the spectral magic and all the music. You got that feeling. It would be interesting to see in person if it feels the same when it comes out.
Benny Willis
man,
Booty.
another one.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, my dear. Let me hit
Gosh,
you.
all this.
Let's see, where's that other one? Oh, here.
And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down. And then Bob Iger's all like, no, it's going to be
Let's
Oh
hear the
my
Oh,
Reina.
heck yeah.
A little something to get that HH gargoyle. That gargoyle plush it's oh my gosh, it's so,
You're going to end up having to get it now.
yeah, I know.
Enabling chat, yes.
I'm
I
a
know.
baseball mom, so that
I
baseball shirt
know.
resonates with me.
It's so cute.
God damn.
That's a cute gargoyle.
Oh gosh, it's freaking killing me.
It
Oh,
is so stinking cute and lights up. I can't. I gotta have it. That's gonna have to go with my gargoyle diffuser.
They need to make one of those a Lumiere though. Bring some
That would be cute.
Yeah, I do that. Thank you, Fanny Willis Booty. Yeah, I'm gonna be shopping next month.
Do you have the L from Universal?
Yes, I do. She's back over there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I have to put her on a perch. I kept forgetting she's back there.
I got to put my big niffler in this room. He's in the other room. He antagonizes the dogs.
Owl shoulder, which moves plot to be. You know what? Yeah, I'll
Ooh,
show
an
you
owl.
one
Yeah.
because I have it, but I don't think I don't have shoot. I don't have it activated. Because I did it to save the
Oh,
battery.
how cute.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you put that on your shoulder too, the owl?
Yes, this one is
Oh.
better in that there's this flexible part here which you can bend to fit
That's
to fit the curve of your shoulder.
Oh, I could totally see that with the Harry Potter school robes
Oh,
on
yeah.
and stuff.
Yep.
That'd be so cute.
They
My
have
daughter
this
would love that.
and the niffler, yeah, it because it'll
the
like
niffler.
turn its head and respond. Again, freaks out Professor X, which is why part of the reason why I bought it. It's so cute. I just kept petting it. I'm like, it's so cute. I keep forgetting when I go to the park and I don't bring it. But yeah, so I have this one. and it's great, that little piece. It's also much heavier because of the electronics that are in it. But yeah, turns out I only really start to get these like shoulder plushes only when it's like Halloween, and they come up, like they came out with this one, and then they have this one where it doesn't just sit there, it actually does something, like it lights up, does that. With the Raven, you touch it once and it'll call like 2 more times and it'll light up. So that's like the Raven from the Haunted Mansion. It's so
I
cute.
remember going to the Ren Fest with friends in college, and they had dragons that you could have on your shoulder. They were so expensive, and they would do a raffle at the end of the day. We stayed all day with just desperately praying we could get one in the raffle. We did not, but like those sort of things are so cool.
They're so cool. They I think, you have to get them from Pandora. I was gonna say the little like shoulder dragons, but to go back to kind of what Erica was saying, Disney knows Haunted Mansion merchandise sells like hotcakes.
And
This and
it's
Nightmare
not
Before
just,
Christmas.
yeah. And it's not
Yes,
just
Christmas.
Shop Disney. Like Disney has allowed licensing to go out to Home Depot. No, it's Lowe's and Spirit
Lowe's, yeah.
Halloween. So you can collect like licensed Haunted Mansion merch from Disney, as well as I keep saying Home Depot, Lowe's and Spirit Halloween. You really have to hop between the sites just to see what's available, because right now they came out, and I didn't know this until this stream because I was behind scenes shopping. Sorry.
I have to show you this other
You were
place.
talking about Halloween Horror Nights. I was like, oh, let me see what's on Shop Disney.
There's another
and
place.
they came out. Oh, where?
Box Lunch.
Oh, that's right, Box Lunch. And I want to say Spencer's Gifts. I think
they just
too.
expanded the one in the Florida Mall where you can walk around. You don't have to do this while you're walking around. But yeah.
Is that a candle holder or like a mug?
Yeah, they look like candle holders.
But you can probably put a candle in there. I wouldn't put it past you trying to do that. But yeah, this is 34
big chunky candle.
Tikis. Ooh. Geeky tikis. You can probably
get like a big chunky candle that like is super drippy. That would be fabulous.
That'd be cool. I just ordered I had to go on eBay to get it because of course they're already sold out in Shop Disney, and I'm not confident. Oh no, you did not. Oh no, that tank top.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my gosh, you're killing me. And the shirt next to it, so freaking cute. I'm dying here, guys.
I need this
I'm
one.
dying.
I need this one. See?
Oh, that's cute
that one.
too.
Got all stretching portraits, stuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, a Box Lunch is
that is like, oh no. That's not good. Jeez.
Places like this, folks, it makes sense to check out before you go to the parks, because Box Lunch will run sales. You'll get like loyalty points. They'll give you like lunch money. You can use on future purchases. But yeah, this. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, that was. Look at that.
That's cute too.
I like this.
That's adorable. Is it plastic or glass? Bonus if it's glass, because that would be really nice to use.
Not saying. Oh well, details good.
Oh, and then don't get me started on what Tokyo Disney has for Haunted Mansion merch, because you can only find that stuff on eBay, and it is like, oh, they have. I'm actually looking at a Master Gracie bowl and dinner plate collection. Yeah.
No way.
Now it is, of course, because it's eBay, it's not going to be cheap because people upcharge. But how else are you going to get your hands on this stuff, from Japan, unless you happen to know someone that's in Japan that can get it for you? And that's even for military, that's hard because you're not always guaranteed a friend's going to be stationed there and then to go to Disney, to score this stuff for you. So it's still hard even for military. But man, Japan's got some gorgeous the Tokyo Disney Haunted Mansion merch they got some really neat, beautiful stuff.
I feel like the Japanese are just very good at merch in general. They know what quality is and they like to stick with it. Maybe I'm biased, but that's my feel. But yeah, it is hard because I've got friends who are stationed right now in Okinawa and they've been wanting to get up to Tokyo Disney, but there's not a lot of military bases even right next to Tokyo Disney. So even if you're in Okinawa or anything like that, it's still quite a bit of a jaunt to get there.
You would have to stay at the one of the there's an Army MW resort there. I forgot the name of it, and you can stay there and drive into Tokyo Disney, but I think it's like about an hour drive in to the park from the resort. I forgot the name of it. It's a gorgeous. We never got to go to that one. We went to Okuma because it was there on the island, but we never made it to the one in mainland. That it is a beautiful, from the commercials I had seen. But yeah, Haunted Mansion, Disney, y'all are freaking killing me with Haunted Mansion. Just when I think I want to go changing my theme, they come out with even cuter merch than the previous year, and I'm just locked in at this point. I mean, I couldn't get out of it if I tried now.
Anybody who wants to get Erica something for Christmas, you now know what to get her. She can get it all.
I might as well just decorate the whole dang tree in Haunted Mansion and just do purple.
Just put a tweet out with all your wish list on Twitter. Yeah.
I am already working on the Halloween Town dead planters because I went to the meet and greet for Jack and Sally for
yeah.
Not so scared. Remember I took the pictures. I'm like, look at this.
Yes.
Exactly what I have to do.
So I need dead plants when you're done with that.
I need the skeleton heads and I need like the little, like his bow tie. And then you have like the I already have the banners, so I just have to spray something starch or whatever to make them stiff or put them on a stiff backing, and then use the wired ribbon to put around them and have the stakes on it. I saw that in the meet and greet. I'm like, snap, snap, snap. I got to do this at home.
Well, if you need help with dead plants, I've got plenty I can send you, Lorena. My kids have been killing my plants.
You know what I've done before? I've bought plants and literally let them die on purpose and through Halloween. And my neighbors are looking at me all weird, like, your plants are dead. I'm like, yeah, I did it on purpose because it's part of my set for Halloween. And they're looking at me like, of course, we should have known.
Plant torture.
Well, Fanny Willis Booty, thank you for that $4.99 super chat. Let me hit you with this one. This is pathetic.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's
Elephant green screen effect.
Says if it wasn't for the Haunted Mansion, I wouldn't care about ever going to any Disney park.
Yeah, honestly, that and Pirates, those are my two main anchors to Disney. And I really wish Disney would step it up with the Pirates merch and really, because you can do Pirates for Halloween too, and that's even more detailed in my opinion, and can be even more expensive because you're really having to decorate with so much more like smaller props, like treasures, and anything can be a treasure. And that's when you're really getting into like some serious money for decorating to fill in all the area.
Let me ask you a question, because you mentioned pirates, but we had the pirates at the updates with the ladies chasing the pirates. We had the Jack Sparrow introduction, but we had the pre-Jack Sparrow. Do you like the Jack Sparrow changes, or was it better before they started bringing in the movies to it? To any of y'all, whoever wants to take that.
Okay, my hot take. I love the OG Pirates of the Caribbean. I love Jack Sparrow. Some of the things it's like, no, I'm not against the changes, but I just love the original so much, just because it goes back to that nostalgia of seeing it as a 12-year-old and having my mind blown at all the little details. So that's me.
I agree with Sam
Yeah.
on that. Going
Yeah.
back, seeing it before. I mean, I do like Johnny Depp's role in it. I do like how they brought it in there. But
Mhm.
when I was a kid seeing that, yeah, that was just cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind the changes, and I don't think it overshadows the original. That I will give Disney credit there. It's not, the overlay isn't so overlaid that it distracts from Walt's era of Pirates of the Caribbean. So I think they did it really good. Just having a little bit here and there, they didn't overdo it, because you can still get that nostalgia, you know, and it's not like Sparrow all in your face, you know, and all these other new characters. They're just kind of in the background, but all the OGs are right there front and center still.
Yeah, I know. I know for me, I didn't mind that they added Jack Sparrow. That didn't really bother me. I know I didn't like that they changed the chase scenes a little bit, because it took away from the joke. You saw, you know, the pirate chasing the women, pirate chasing another woman, and the last scene, like the matron of the house chasing one of the pirates with the, the broom.
Yes.
The broom.
That was perfect, because it's set up, you know, the sight gags. I didn't like that they got rid of the me wants the redhead scene, because I loved that. The banter in that was hilarious. You know, take a wench for a bride, and then they had one chick who was up there, you know, showing her best self, and he's telling you strike your colors, you brazen wench, talking about the redhead. He's like, I got that ankle, you know, you want.
Yeah.
I
It
miss that.
definitely knew its audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not, it's you, even with those changes, you still get the nostalgia of, you know, your pirate, you ransack a town, you roll off with the booty and a lot of rum. And
A
it's
lot
just
of rum.
in the fun at the end, and you wind up, you know, there in the treasure room, and you know, you've got Johnny Depp there in the treasure room as Jack Sparrow. Although, considering that Florida keeps winning the Stanley Cup, they should have put the Stanley Cup in the treasure room. I'm just saying. They did that at Anaheim.
That would be awesome.
When the Anaheim Ducks won the Stanley Cup, they put it in the treasure room. So I said we should put it there, you know, as well. But yeah, overall, it's still a fun attraction. It's still like a must do attraction. It's got that distinctive bromine smell. You can smell when you're near Pirates of the Caribbean. There's something, just smelling it just takes me back to like when I was a kid. Just like, I can't wait to get on the boat and just, you know, and just pretend to.
I always loved it because that drop, you know, it felt like a roller coaster. That one drop in the dark, you know.
I love laughing at people when they're just like, "What's gonna happen?" I'm just like, "Oh, this is gonna be great. Check it out."
Yeah, they don't expect it.
Like, no, they really don't.
Again, going back to 12-year-old self did not see that coming.
Nope.
Like what that? Oh, speaking of the haunted mansion, that attraction scared me to death as a kid. And
heck
then you
yes.
grow up and you torture your siblings. That's scary. It's gonna be.
I wouldn't ride it for the longest time. You know, it's just.
It's just funny, you know, seeing that.
I also love Indiana Jones. I rode that one 3 times back to back with my brothers. I loved Indiana Jones, but it was so much fun. I love the fact that you could go different paths. Like in Disneyland, you could go different ways, and so each time you went, you didn't know which direction you were going to go. And I had fun with that. Anyway.
Wow. Yeah, it's all this lovely stuff that we just love about the park.
Back when Imagineers had imagination.
Yes, exactly. When as soon as you walk in the queue, that's when the attraction started.
Yeah, well, like
I've been here for how long? Really?
the well in Indiana Jones. If you're playing with the rope, then the person falls for the people on the ride. Like the people in the line can affect the ride. That's just so cool. Anyway.
Oh wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Tom, what you got going on? Let folks know about where they can find you.
Well, I've been, swinging the wrench around and doing stuff, jumping on your streams, baiting Dad Man's channel when he'll have me. Um,
Oh yeah.
trying to talk Erica to go live and just talk about crazy electronic stuff. I just dropped that on her now.
Yes, you did.
And I'm planning to do stuff. You seen I got the gimbal. Now I got to get it to set right and get a phone that works correctly with it. And I'm gonna start messing around with some stuff. You should see more from me.
All right. Well, sounds wonderful, folks. Make sure you subscribe to Tom. Dad Man, what you got going on? Let folks know about and where can they find you?
Well, I don't know. I might do something crazy today or tomorrow. I don't know. Fortnite, maybe something else. You never know. These two up here might get an invite out of nowhere if I decide to do something. But back to Mondays through Thursdays are my regular streams. Mondays duos with Jess on Fortnite. It's a wonderful time. Come listen to her. Tell me I'm not finding stuff to look the other way. Tuesday nights we're back to sports, leading up to the start of the college football season, where we're going to focus on the Big Ten and the SEC this year. And on Wednesdays, Go West Dad Man with my friend Wes Cagle, where it's basically whatever comes up comes out, and we just go talk about whatever is out there. And then on Thursdays, I usually have guests and stuff like that. But Thursday, I see the smile. This Thursday, I have somebody that's up in the top middle there as my guest at 7:00 Eastern, where we're going to get to find out more. It's Chilling with Erica, and we're just going to find out more about her. The stream will be focused about our guests, having conversation, learn a little bit more about our guests are the focus of those. And then, like I said, any other time it can be random streams. And I got ideas now for Halloween. Yes. And guess.
Oh, you want more ideas? I got more.
I
Yeah.
just need the people.
And your wallet's going to collapse.
That's okay. I got all the time in the world, but I love that background though, Erica.
Thank you.
That was a sudden change.
Her background is amazing. I love it.
But thank you, everybody. We're trying to get to 750 subscribers. We're at 726. So, we're getting there.
Y'all know what to do. Go on over there and subscribe to Dad Man Walking channel. And Sam Wolf, I'm so glad you dropped in at the last minute. Where can folks find you, and what do you have going on?
Okay, so I started off as a podcaster. I've only been on YouTube for less than a year, and it's largely because of Pros Gang. And so I do military stuff. I'm a military wife, and Erica comes on, and once a month, me and a bunch of other military spouses with Erica, we talk about just different things that we face as military spouses, struggles and stuff. But some of the things we deal with, like moving, traveling with kids, long distance relationships, they're things that people encounter in their normal life outside of the military. So there's tips and tricks that we share that you guys could probably use as well. Additionally, I have made a partnership with the Library of Congress. I'm working really hard to record the stories of veterans. I really want to help. We've got over 10 million veterans, and we're and counting, and I want every story recorded. So often veterans will tell me, "Oh, I don't have a story worth telling." They think unless they've got the Medal of Honor or the Silver Star or something, their story is not important, but it is. So if you know a veteran or you are a veteran, I would love to share and preserve their story for posterity. We need to keep that history alive, and it strengthens us. Not only that, but military spouses. Oftentimes we're left in the shadows. We are just silently pulling along. And sharing our stories and our experiences can help new military spouses. And that's part of what we do at the panel. So if you're a military spouse or know a military spouse or know a veteran, I'd love to have them on my channel so they can share their experiences, so we can build a community of support and friendship to help each other through the crazy. And if you like those stories, come and listen, come and see. I've had Rangers, Army Rangers on, I've had F-14 Rios, but even people who just have had simple jobs in the Army, they still have fabulous stories. They still have incredible experiences. And I had one Army mom. Her episode drops this next week. She was stationed in Korea. She had a baby in Korea. And she talks about what it was like raising kids on the Korean economy and living in Korea. And so if you want to learn about what it was like for an American family living in Korea, come check out this week's episode. And I'm going to throw out a project I'm working on. It's starting next year. I would love to do a book club. Books that are military related. You don't have to be military, but I'd love to have people on and do a book club and just have people talk about these different books. So if you are interested in being part of the book club, let me know. I'm starting a book club next year. So yeah, and then I went on vacation and I had family help me work out a new theme song. So yeah, lots of things we're working on, lots of projects, but
Ooh.
yeah, I'm trying to pick people's brains. Thank you, Lorena. Thank you, Erica. Thank you for all of the people who have been mentoring me as I've been switching over to YouTube. This is a whole new learning curve. I had the podcast world figured out, and YouTube is a new experience for me. So
I'm still
Um,
figuring it out too.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out, and we won't even talk about YouTube. There's always something else. There's always something new. So Sam, I'm so glad that you can make it, and looking forward to you
real
being
quick,
on.
Just Nita, I saw your comment. Any Gold Star wives, send them. Go to my page, my email, or my ex. Send me a message. I want to interview Gold Star wives. Please send them my way. Anyone, please send them. I would love to hear their stories.
I'd love to hear them too. So would. Let's see. Oh, Fannie Willis just keeps hooking me up. Thank you
Hey,
for the
you have enough to buy that.
$4.99.
You have enough to buy it now.
Oh,
For today. Yes.
The shoulder plush. Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Usually, I know I talk about I'm not buying anything. Usually next month, that's about the time when I start getting, buying stuff from the park. So you'll see me blog, you'll see me get stuff online, you'll see me in Memento Mori way more than usual because that is the gift shop. If you blink, you'll miss it because it blends in. And I probably did that on purpose. That's I think one of the few attractions that does not empty you out in a gift shop. Empties you out in the graveyard, but yeah, it's a gift shop. It's right over there, which has the best in park Haunted Mansion merchandise. Says Lorena, if you get a chance to see that unusual Haunted Mansion portraits, they're wacky.
UN unsaid.
Is that like an artist?
Tell us in chat what you mean.
Yeah, because
it's piqued my curiosity too.
I want to know. I was gonna say I've seen Jasmine Beckwith. Oh my gosh, Beckwith. I've seen her portraits of like the Haunted Mansion characters. They're just I love it. She does this cross between like chibi style and I don't know. It's cool. Let's just say I have Scorpion and Sub-Zero interpreted as chibi female characters. I had to
That's
buy
cool.
it. I had to buy it.
Although I will say the original Haunted Mansion, those when the walls expand, those images of about deaths about to happen always freaked me out as a kid, and they still kind of cringe me as an adult. It's like it's just kind of disturbing. But hey,
I loved it. Thought it was funny seeing how they all died.
Look at you! You love it. The poor ballerina on the thing over the gators, and then the guy on top. That's hilarious. My mind always visualized it actually happening. So,
well, I have the Haunted Mansion portraits as Nightmare Before Christmas characters. So I have Sally as a tightrope walker with the gator. It's funny. So you can actually get those from Amazon. You can get them
I bought mine from Etsy.
Standard ones, or you can get the ones with like the Fab Five characters as a Haunted Mansion. Characters.
I got the original ones, but I've seen all the other ones too that are tempting to get. I just got the banners that I can hang on the doorway as you walk up to the house, and then I can hang the other two from the balcony from the front. And I forgot to do that last year, and I'm seriously still miffed at myself for forgetting that small little decorative detail. but whatever.
Wait a minute. I think
The unused ones.
it looks like
Unused.
that's the actual name of who did them? Oh, you didn't have to super chat me with
Fanny, you're so sweet.
these ones. Yeah. Oh my god, you did need to send me that. Let's see. Is that oh my gosh, is that like the name of the artist who did them, or is it like the ones that they've never used? I swear I must be slow today.
No,
It's
I
all
mean,
right.
or it's something new that we've never, encountered as Disney
Yeah.
enthusiasts and Haunted Mansion enthusiasts. I mean, I feel like I'm. Oh, here we go.
Because I'm like putting it in I'm putting in Google and it's like, huh, what?
Okay. Tom in back chat posted.
Oh, so okay, all right. I follow you now. Several unused portraits that were never implemented. Oh, okay.
A stalking mustache man in a top hat, wielding a knife and a sickening grin.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh,
goodness.
Fanny said the backstory of the ones they did use are a bit creepy. Oh well, thank you for that $4.90. Well, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. Oh, see, now I definitely need to find this out. I definitely need to.
I'm guessing Etsy, or I mean, unless you find the originals, I'd imagine those are hard to get. And
are they at the Lakeland
antique?
The Lakeland Antique Mall.
If they are, I'd imagine they'd be sold.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that.
You don't know until you try. You can live stream there because I love the antique. I love the Lakeland Antique Mall.
I want to go. But the temperature needs to go down some more. But yeah, I would definitely have to check that out. The Lakeland Antique Mall. Thank you so much, Fanny Willis Booty. I'm gonna have to check that out because I'm like obsessed with. I love the Haunted Mansion. That was, again, one of the rides as a kid that scared the crap out of me. And then as I got older, scared my siblings about it. Like, you're not going to come back out alive. Do you want to be? Do you want to be number 1,000? There's room for one more.
Yeah, the elevator. I did not expect for the creepiness to start that fast.
Mm-hmm. I loved it. It was even creepier when the cast members weren't allowed to smile.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, remember that?
I wish they bring that back. I mean, come on,
they
it's the
need
Haunted
to.
Mansion.
I
mean, if there's littles around, okay, they should smile at the littles. But if there's no littles, no smiling.
No,
or at least wink at them, so they know you're just, joking, you're just acting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But one time, I think it was during my stream, no one noticed, but like the cast member was in front of the fireplace, in front of Master Gracie's portrait, and was just like, "Welcome to the haunted," but scared the crap out of everybody except for me because I'm like, "Wait a minute! Usually there's not a cast member that's like there."
Did they see the camera and they did it on purpose?
Mm-hmm, probably. But I loved it because it reminded me of Terrence Stamp's character in the Haunted Mansion movie, the one with Eddie Murphy. That was in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was funny. Yes, Jonah, it feels like 110, which is why I'm not anywhere outside right now. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside because just like in Super Mario Brothers games, the sun really is trying to kill you.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh, well, let's see. As for me, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, watch party for what has to be probably the last best animated Disney princess movie, and that will be Tangled. So we're having a
Oh,
watch
heck yeah.
party for Tangled tonight. Bring your cast iron skillets and your bare feet. It's going to be fun. So we're gonna watch that. Sunday, no Welcome to Florida show, because at 8:45 p.m. Eastern, I will be streaming live from the Magic Kingdom. Going to be checking out Starlight Parade for both showings, so you do not want to miss that, especially as I show you how to navigate, how to see the parade twice, because that is a hack that you definitely need to know. And let's see, what am I doing? Oh, please check out the gaming channel, Gaming with the Queen. I've been doing a lot of gaming. I'm actually going to be playing Civilization pretty soon as well. So I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to getting a PS5 wired controller for the gaming rig, because
Yay.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
You need to borrow one?
no, this one is a USB and it's got Alzheimer's. So
Do you need to borrow one?
I need to borrow one.
Do you need to borrow one?
I kind of wanted to get one because I saw one that
Like-
matches my sunglasses, and I gotta have it.
I got a white PS5 controller I'm not using. I have 3 of them.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I can borrow that and I can spray paint it up. Thank you.
I saw your Civilizations poll, and as an Italian, I voted for Rome.
Then I'm probably gonna wind up doing that. I'm probably gonna wind up starting Rome. Yeah. That was the winner. It was Rome, and then I think Carthage was behind by 1 point.
Hmm. Both. I have ancestors from both places. Both good.
So yeah, same. So I'm like, okay, I got to go with the Italian ancestors on this one. So we're probably going to go with Rome, the Eternal City. So yeah, I've never played Civilization. It looks to be right up my alley. Got it for free, version 6 from the Epic Game Store. So going to be playing that on my gaming channel. So please do consider subscribing over there. I play a myriad of different games. I am just having fun. And if you saw the Stellar Blade stream that I did, I think I died 50 times. I think I threw the controller about 10 times. Because my controller was slow as heck. Like, okay, go right. Oh, you want me to go right? I was so mad. But it was funny. All right, folks. Well, thank you guys so very much for hanging out with all of my amazing theme park friends. Make sure you subscribe to all the folks here on the panel. Everyone, take care, and we will see you for the Resort Recon Live podcast next Saturday. So good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.